I recently came to the realization that I don't actually need therapy. I just need a bad bitch. I just need a bad bitch. And the only way to get a bad bitch is with slightly bigger muscles and more money. That's what's been stopping me. The key to happiness this whole time has been vanity and materialism. I've been worrying about things like intimacy, finding like-minded individuals, and meaningful work, when really, I just needed to start taking steroids and doing summer sales. Because that's what other people look for and desire in a partner, is money and slightly bigger muscles.
Niggas love GPT and that Llama 3. We making so much ease off of NFT. You can call us nerds, but we run the streets. That's in the metaverse where everyone gon' be. Niggas love GPT and that Llama 3.
Damn, son, where is the metaverse?
You can call us nerds, but we run the streets. That's in the metaverse.
Mark Zuckerberg music.
Dude, the world is on fire. 90% of my kitty cat tokens are down. 90%. Japan is down too? Shit, how much of Japan am I holding? I don't see it on Binance, dude. Are you sure that's a token? Of the country? Dude, I don't care about the country, man. I'm talking about crypto.
Yo, Pat. You said you wanted to talk, bro? Oh, shit.
You know that crypto dip you told me to buy, Blake?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, it kept fucking dipping, and I kept fucking buying like you told me to.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, and now I'm down 80% on all my positions, and my rent's due in 2 days, and I have no money in my bank.
Bro, what are you talking about? You're literally driving a Lambo, dog.
You know it's rented, Blake.
Oh my god.
I'll return it tomorrow morning.
Jesus Christ, bro. I'm sorry. Alright, but the bull run's literally already over, dude. You should have taken profits. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
What the fuck did you just say?
So the bull run's over, bro.
What do you mean the bull runs over? You're fucking over!
Yeah!
You're over!
You want to make a bit of money? Get into farming. See this? I got this. Selling corn. Comes out of the fucking ground. I couldn't believe it. You see that? It's made of chicken. You kill it, you got free chicken. You can sell it to people. Or don't kill it. Fucking eggs come out of their arses. Fucking hell. It's wool! Pull it off, sell it, fucking grows back again. You cannot lose.
Look, Clarence, mate, it doesn't matter how many times we get beat down. What matters is that we get the fuck up, and we keep fucking trying. You're right, Donny. Now, who the fuck are you, mate? I'm Clarence Claymore. Who the fuck are you, mate? I'm Clarence Claymore. Say it with your fucking chest. I'm Clarence Claymore. Show me what you got, mate. Take that. Fucking touch me, cunt. Fuck, mate. We got a lot of work to do.
Don't gamble. Oh yeah, don't gamble money that you can. Man. I mean, unless it's a lock. There's no such thing as a lock. That's the thing. Unless it's a lock. If it's a lock,
oh my God,
it's a little different.
Stop gambling, alright? You're one spin away from generational wealth. Your daughter's college tuition is one spin away. Put your life savings on black. Remember that. Just go to Vegas, and if you lose, just keep getting loans. Remember this. Just keep spinning, keep gambling, keep gambling. You can't lose. You literally can't lose. You can only quit.
Nobody knows about that fucking degenerate life when you're fucking down 40,000 and you battle the fuck back. You say, you know what? I'm a fucking strong, independent man. And you're not gonna tell me I should go to bed. I'm gonna battle the fuck back. And I'm gonna fucking get my money back. And guess what? I got my motherfucking money back. That's right!
We're gonna sit here talking all night and we're gonna go fucking gamble. Let's fucking go.
Money isn't real. None of this is real.
This is just...
It's free! It's free!
What do you mean free?
Free money. Lose it all.
Lose it all.
Andrew, I know you said money isn't real, but I am getting fucked. Money when you buy. You don't make money when you sell. Every time the world goes tits up and everything goes fucked up, I smile because days like today are days I've made money. I'm actually cash poor. First time in my life I'm poor. I have like 100 grand for the weekend. That's it. But it's fine because I know in the future, Jah will bless me and I might have to buy another 812 super fast. Anyway, point is, if you're watching this and you have any kind of money, don't be a bitch. Scared money doesn't make money. Invest it.
The other day is cash. Every day. Cream. Cash rules everything around me. I'm flexing. It's Friday. In the Lambo. About to go spend $1,000 on dinner. Spend $20,000 in the club. Fuck 3 bitches. And I'll wake up tomorrow richer than I woke up today.
But when you go all in on something, I would say that does take conviction. Now, your conviction might
How
be
many
coming
chairs
from
are you sitting on right now?
one.
Are you all in on the chair? The point really is you put on one pair of glasses. You've got one pair of AirPods right now. You're looking at me through one screen. You're using one microphone. That's a one microphone. Like, you trust it? Is that conviction? Seems kind of scary. Why don't you diversify? Why don't you use 10 microphones? The point really is things in your life. Do you drive in 10 cars at the same time or one car at one time? Do you drive down one street? Aren't you afraid that you're driving down one street? Do you take a different way? You know? So my point really is, if you're you get on one airplane, are you convicted? You put your entire family on the one airplane, aren't you afraid? Crypto asset. Well, Bitcoin is the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best. Okay. But take all your money, buy Bitcoin, then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin, then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your family for 37 years, and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth.
You didn't have to cut me off. Think I can never happen, that we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger and I feel so loved. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends collect your records and then change your number. I guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Woo, and we're live.
Boom, baby.
There we go.
Episode 157. Let's go.
Yes. The odd number Moon Gang on my channel.
There we go. And you know what else is another odd number? That 1.1 billion.
Definitely. That's a whole lot of money, man. Me and Charlie have been talking about that kind of in private for a couple days now, since the news dropped about it.
It's a good DCA, you know. Just a light 1 billy DCA, you know.
Just taking out more leverage on the company. Who cares?
Yeah, just leverage your company's entire future. Put it all on black.
But yeah, man, it's been a kind of a crazy week. I guess the week sort of started like Bitcoin really going down a little bit. Now we've recovered a bit, but people, there's a lot of people on the family. There's a lot of people on Twitter, and I should already discount it because it's Twitter, but but there's a lot of people on Twitter saying that Saylor bought the top again. You guys, that's it. It's over.
I forgot when it was. I think it was like once we're about 6 months off the 4-year cycle lows, so probably like middle of last year. For about 2 years, everybody was shitting on Saylor for dollar cost averaging the entire way down. And then when we popped up last summer, I think we came back up, right, and we were struggling at like $35,000 to $25,000. And then like once we passed that in the fall of last year, going into like the end of last year, when we went back above like 45,000, and then obviously we ended up going to 75 or 74,000 earlier this year. I think it finally came out that his average buy at that point was about $38,000. And so like once we got past that part of price, everybody turned from going like Saylor's an idiot to Saylor's a freaking genius, And so I kind of feel like this DCA of 1.1 billion at what, probably about $58,000 or something like that, maybe 55 if he got it a little earlier. He was like, wow, I might not get it this cheap again, right? So he just like throws another chunk at it. And then there's that news that, Coinbase might be trying to suppress the price of Bitcoin with fake Bitcoin, on their exchange and stuff like that. So it's like very interesting to kind of see like, okay, the bears versus the bulls, in that respect. I think Saylor has most of his Bitcoin on Coinbase too.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of players do as well. I think there's probably because Coinbase is a lot more transparent, obviously, but people are giving them shit for not being transparent enough on terms of like what are the holding, what's the wallets where you're holding all this BTC, and I am probably more on the camp they should have that, right? But
Tether is better collateralized.
Well, I hope so. I mean, fuck. I mean, I hope so, but there's no way. There's no way. If someone told me that like all Tether that was created was backed, I'd laugh. There's no way.
No. It's not backed, but at least they have an excuse for it all. Whereas Coinbase is like, yeah, we're a bank. What do you expect?
Right. That's crazy. I mean, I forgot when this news came out. I think it came out at least when I saw it. It came out that the banks, usually like a bank has to hold a certain amount of like assets at the bank, right? Deposits, right?
Right.
It's been set to zero now.
What do you mean?
Like they don't have to hold shit. I mean, like the amount of cash they're forced to hold,
right,
to zero.
Like, was that like what do you call it? Like an official thing, or
an official thing on the web. I think it's on the website of the Fed. I have to look. Let me see if I can find it. But I was pretty taken back by that.
It's just like, hey guys, we're printing infinite amounts of money. It's pretty much known by now. So yeah, just make sure the lights are on.
Well, I just think they just got caught. They got caught pretty badly and stuff. I'll try to find it right now. I mean, because me and Charlie, we've got a lot of stuff to show you guys today. Where is this?
And it's Fed week too.
Yeah, it's Fed week too. Yeah, I'm going to be a pretty busy camper these next couple days. I've got my Monday stream. That Wednesday is going to be all about the Fed. In T-minus 3 days, you guys, we will find out if it's a 25, a 50, or a 75.
Are we going to get what do you call it? A left translated neutral or a slightly right translated cycle? Right. I'm thinking like I was putting, I should have placed bets on the Vikings just because, I know they had better odds than ESPN and all these guys were giving them. So it's almost like maybe we should start betting on the Fed odds too.
Speaking of bets, bro, like last night I was actually going to bet, like shout out to O'Day. He fought at the Sphere. O'Day's a good friend of the channel, right? Good friend of the channel.
Yeah. O'Day, man, he got robbed for sure.
It was the biggest robbery, bro. They wanted a Mexican to win so bad because I think I didn't watch the whole card because I was watching mostly the Canelo fights and stuff last night. But from what I've heard, most of the Mexicans lost.
Yeah, I think the announcers had said I think it was like as they were coming up with the decisions, and the decision was like there was 3 judges, right? And they were like 27 to 29, you know, by a couple points or whatever, right? And as they were going through like the votes, the announcer said like, don't shoot the messenger, but the last 5 Mexicans have lost. So it's like, this one was close enough, you know? So they're like, okay, you know, just, you know, O'Day, hey, take the hit for this one.
No, but I'm serious, bro. They robbed him. Like, he won the first and third rounds.
Oh,
like,
he killed the first round, bro. He had that guy almost tapped out. And he came out in the crypto.com shirt, which I thought was you know, appropriate.
Does it all of them, or can they choose? Like, because I know it's crypto.com and they have Venom ones and stuff, right?
No, because I think on that fight, both of the fighters came out in crypto.com shirts or whatever. But I just know O'Day is like a crypto nerd, you know, at heart.
legit crypto dude. Crypto dude. But damn, dude, man, I was gonna bet. I was debating between 5 and 10,000 on the fight. And I was gonna go. I'm gonna bet on my boy. You know, like,
yeah. I'd be like, you know, just keep it to 1,000. But yeah, you know, hey,
we're trying to DCA this bottom, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to turn it into rolling money. Come on.
Hey, it's like okay, all in on equal boo and phantom. Let's go.
Let's go. And we'll get that into a minute because I know if we jump into that, it's gonna be like it's a huge part of the stream today.
Yeah, there's a ton of information to talk about today.
Yeah,
I mean, like the market is doing a lot of nothing, but at the same time, you know, in the background, there's a lot of stuff, you know, coming about.
Yeah, there was another attempted assassination on Trump again that happened today.
It's got 9 lives, bro.
No. Bro, we're getting close, man. I mean, they're getting desperate, man. And the crazy thing, supposedly the guy who did it was a guy that actually did vote for Trump on the last run up or in 2016. And I don't know why he got mad on the last, during his 4 years from 2016 to 2020, because it was a pretty good economy. Everything was going great. And then come to find out too, he's a guy basically he got pissed off because Trump was not supporting all that money that was going to, Ukraine. And this guy was a big Ukraine guy. And how did he get on the golf course? How did he get an AK-47 into the golf course? How, and why would you use an AK-47? Like,
I saw the tweet, but I was like, did Trump actually tweet 0-2?
There's a tweet that's like, knock, knock, who's there? Owen. Owen who? 0-2, baby.
I was like, if he actually tweeted that, bro, that is fucking gold. I'm just like, I can't wait for the Department of Government Efficiency.
Bro, it was so bullshit. Bro, at this point, man, with what's going on, I hope that's not true, but like, you can't trust the Secret Service. The people that they're because it's not like he's just a guy running for president for the first time. They're giving him third stringers, and this is a previous president, who's running for president again, who could win. You think you at least give him like the 2 team or like people from the first team, like. It's insane.
No, they're all day hires, bro. This is the funny thing, right? Like, okay, LBJ with the Kennedy assassination, right? They're like, okay, CIA is taking over. We're going to Vietnam. You know, print that oil money. Let's go, right? And it's like back in the day, right, where like they were hiring, a bunch of different people who are very competent. But nowadays, it's like, okay, we got our diversity hires, and it's like, how did Rome fall? How did, the back end of the deep state fall? Oh yeah, they just hired a bunch of people with purple hair.
Yeah.
like, isn't that just kind of like a fitting end to all that shit? I don't know. Like, to me, it's hilarious. Just that, it's kind of obvious now, all the shit that's been happening over the last 50 years. It's not even conspiracies anymore, really.
Actually, yeah. And then, there's one part of that. I'll probably say that, like, every time not every time, like Nero, there was a couple of there's like 2 really bad. There's like 2 extremely bad emperors that everyone just killed them because they fucking hated them. Nero. I mean, like the way they killed like there's like 2 of them that were killed pretty gruesomely. Where like they literally grabbed the wife and child of the emperor, grabbed them by the legs and swung them against the wall until they died. Like that bad, bro. They're their own Pultarian guard. Like literally the people who are the top of the top, defenders and stuff for basically it's like the private military arm of the actual emperor killed them. That's how bad it was. Like, holy shit, dude. Like that. But those two deservingly. But yeah, Commodus, yeah, Nero. And there's actually a bunch of stuff too that actually, like the 666, the thing, the Mark of the Beast thing was actually alluding to Nero. So like there's a lot of like I'm actually really believing some of that stuff now. Not like we're like, well, like they were kind of sneak dissing in the Bible on the Roman Empire is really what was going on. And but I think people are trying to make it out like it's like no, it's coming because like everybody like I don't know why everyone wants the Great Reset. I hope I reset and I'm higher than I am now. It's like, you know, it's sort of like I don't know, like I'll do something ridiculous right now, right? Yes, there we go. Now, this you see, this I've told you guys to follow me from the beginning, you guys. This is the true way. and then they're like, and this is how they feel right now, and they're like, something about right now doesn't feel right, Charlie. I don't know.
I could deal. I could get used to this.
Let me well, there we go.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, 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 right? Yeah. But outside of those couple of emperors, almost every other major emperor that was killed basically because of their currency devaluing. And there's actually a whole track of it, literally like war or the whole country destabilizing is because they hyperinflated every fucking time.
Yeah, I mean we're not hyper yet, but we're inflating.
Yeah,
it's getting crazy in our own lifetime.
Dude, like I hadn't been to Taco Bell in forever. So I took someone to Taco Bell and they ordered nothing and it was like $28. I was like, what? Like I literally remember when I was 19, I'd never been to Taco Bell ever in my life. I thought it was like fake Mexican food, which it is.
Well,
and
it
is. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Why are you ordering Taco Bell? This is some fake ass Mexican
It's not only fake Mexican food, it's fake food.
It's fake food. I remember they ordered imagine you ordered everything. You got enchiladas, but you know, like quesadillas and tacos and this layer and 5-layer this and all this other bullshit. Like they ordered enough where it was like 3 bags of crap under $20.
For $30 back in the day, like 20 years ago, you'd have like a freaking whole party. You'd have like the whole Super Bowl party, you know.
Off of that, yeah, it's freaking insane, you know, like it's like the inflation's real. And the thing is too, even though the inflation slowed down, which is true, like it's true, inflation slowed down now. Prices aren't going up anymore, but they're not going back down. Because once they take that inch, they're not going to give it back.
Nope.
They're just not. You have a couple companies that are trying to go down on their prices, but or like two for whatever the 5, 10 or 20 or whatever, but like that it doesn't go back. Now housing could go down, and that's one of the reasons
why dollar menu anymore.
Yeah, there's no dollar menu. I mean, that's actually the biggest one right there. Like
$5 menu now. It's like, oh great.
Yeah. Have you seen what's the actor who plays Deadpool? What's his name?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, there's Ryan Reynolds. When he was a kid, he did an advertisement for Arby's where like you could get what was it, like 5 things for $5. And today it's like 7 for $2.
Dude, you know what's crazy? It's like the way we're talking now makes us sound like we're fucking 95 years old, right? Because when we were kids, we would hear these types of stories like, oh yeah, if you just went to Wall Drug out there in South Dakota back in 1910, you know, you'd get a nickel for a cup of Joe back then, right? And still, actually, I think they still sell you a cup of coffee for like 10 cents there, just because like they kept the price like Costco hot dogs.
Yeah, it's a smart marketing move.
Right. I mean, like there's nothing in South Dakota, so you're driving down the highway for 100 miles, 200 miles, and you just see Wall Drug. I guess I got to go to Wall Drug.
Right.
But like, no, it's
actually, I've never even heard of that place. It's an actual place.
Yeah. It's like, what do you call it? The biggest tourist trap in South Dakota, right on the edge of the Black Hills when you go to Mount Rushmore. But like, Black Hills is a great place. But like, no, it's just like we had to be like hearing from like 70, 80, 90-year-old people from the early 1900s when we were growing up in the 90s, right? For the same type of stories that we're talking about 30 years later. Like, probably not a good sign of how the money is doing. You know what I mean?
Because when I say kids, I mean like 15 and under, and we have 50-year-olds telling us about when they were 20 years old. So 30-year difference. They're like, wow, prices have gone up. Where we're like from that age, right? So let's just say we're 30. We're in our 30s, talking about in our early 20s, which is only 15 to 10 years. What? Like it 3x in speed or 2x in speed. The like it's gonna be scary because in the next 10 years you're gonna have like Zoomers right now that are 18 years old that are gonna say when they're 30, bro, 5 years ago, we're like
everything 5x.
Everything 5x, you know, and
yikes.
It just answered someone's question. Yeah, the crypto mindset course will go live September 27th.
Yep.
We'll have 5 days to get in, and classes start on October 14th. So there you go. Yeah, so it'll be in October. We're setting people up. It is the mega course. It's the second one we've ever done in our history. The first one we ever did was at the bottom of Bitcoin and Ethereum and the whole market. Anyone who was in that course, we all made money.
Technically the third, because we also did the Q3 4. We did 2 Q3 4 courses, one at the bottom and then one I think maybe I'm like, didn't we do one last fall? Yeah, it was like the 9/11 course was in September of last year for both Q3 and Q4.
Yeah, but I think we ended up not being able. We were going to talk because it was 9/11. We ended up not doing it for some reason. We didn't call it the 9/11 course.
No, but it's just an easy way to remember it. But I'm pretty sure we did a bundle twice, basically both at lows, right? Yeah. At the cycle low, and then the last September, October lows, and then now we're doing it again, basically in the October period. So, I mean, Q4 has really, been a good place to jump into the crypto mindset course over the last, basically each year of the cycle here.
Yeah, anytime we do these kind of joint courses where we take 2 courses together, and it's because we're trying to pick a spot where there's a huge amount of opportunity and there's going to be some upswings and chances to get it. Like this is kind of the last hurrah to get a lot of multiples. I mean, a lot of multiples on L1s and get decent buys on Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Mostly in Ethereum, really. If I'm being honest, Bitcoin is still great price on Bitcoin, definitely. But
even Ben Cohen's starting to talk Ethereum. I'm like, uh-oh. Chico Crypto's back on YouTube too. Uh-oh. The dude doesn't do any YouTube videos unless the market's about to do something.
Yeah. He's got to work on his timing. Ivan on Tech's way better on the timing.
Yeah, and Ivan on Tech at least puts a little bit more, elbow grease in. I think Nicholas Mertens is still a bear, even though we're halfway into the bull market.
I'm gonna get scared when he gets bullish.
Yeah. As soon as Nicholas Mertens gets bullish, sell all your bags.
Yeah, I respect the guy for being around a long time. Same thing with Ivan and stuff, but
except for a few rugs.
Really? On Ivan?
No. Nicholas Mertens.
Oh, for Nicholas Mertens, yeah.
Things that just never came to.
I mean, he rugged me on a wallet. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's scrubbed. I can't find a single person who put money into it anymore. Poof. I don't know. So, anyways, yeah.
People disappoint us, but we're not surprised it's crypto, right?
Right. Yikes. but it's kind of, par for the course, right? But I mean, it's good factors and stuff like that. One guy I wish I would get in a little earlier. I really do like what he does, and I respect the guy. I like Tim. I like Ty Lopez, right? But Ty is
Radio Shack coin.
Well, yeah, sure, yeah, but
what I mean is it's a perfect signal. That's what
it's a perfect signal. But he knows when to get in when it's hot, when it's really hot, right? He gets in at the right time to make money, but not enough time to maybe react is the problem. Because it's for someone that big, there's risks and stuff and everything like that, right? But if he got what Chico got in is probably if Ty got in right now, that would actually give enough time to show it's choppy right here, and there's time where his guys that could cash out. Where the problem is it takes a long time. If you're brand new to crypto, you don't know anything. You can take the crypto mindset course and get really caught up and stuff, but then you still would have to listen to your mentors or the people, in order to be oh, things are getting overblown now. Yeah. And that's if we sold a course right there at the top, right? Then that's sort of the problem where like, you know, you're still like learning. You're not just getting your sea legs. You don't even know where to look at. So you can completely just get swept up, basically. You know,
we would never do such a thing.
No.
I don't think so.
In my garage coin? Is that real? That's hilarious. But Nick is the Kramer of this cycle. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. Nick who?
You talking about Nick Burns, Data Dash?
Oh, okay, got it. No, I wouldn't put him that bad. I mean, Kramer's a whole level, but like Kramer is so bad, he has to be good. He has to be good. Like he's just doing like at this point. There's too many coincidences. He's doing it on purpose. He's doing opposite day.
Yep.
Like he cannot like too right. If people didn't like the content, it wouldn't be on him. Like they would have just got rid of him a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like Bad Bunny would be gone right now. The people are making like some people have made a lot of money off of him and are doing donations to keep that show running. You know, like yeah, but pretty crazy.
So if we were to bet on it, right? If you're a betting man,
yeah,
I
was a betting man.
I don't think you are, but if you were a betting man, how much would you put down on a 50 basis point rate cut for Wednesday? Or would you put it on 25?
Like, what are my odds? Just even money? Just even money?
Well, right now, the CME odds are technically, let's see here. They've been growing in favor of 50 basis points. It was down. It was 15% like 3 days ago. Now it's 59%. Right.
They're in a tough pickle, and I'll talk a lot about this on my stream on Wednesday, but I'll give you guys a little heads up on it. So, okay, so they're in a tough. So I've been saying, and Charlie and me have been saying that the cuts should have happened since March of this year. They could have gotten away with doing,
or at least June.
At least June, but really, like I think March would have been like that point. Like if I can just show real quick,
because I mean the whole market was up at that point.
Yeah, it was literally like the peak of the market, literally. Okay, if we look right here, right, like we had a March meeting on the 20th, right? If they had cut right here, they could have literally skipped May, done June, done September, done December, or just done 25 each time, or just skipped one and then continued it on. But literally do the thing is with them is that they wanted real estate construction services to hurt because they basically weren't bleeding enough. All other industries, tech to everything else, was bleeding, except real estate wasn't bleeding enough in their eyes, essentially. Because basically what they're trying to do is I don't think it's the smartest thing, but basically they're trying to let some of these not residential and not multifamily, but more commercial real estate crash. And we've seen a little bit of that with like there's been a lot of fire sales of buildings happening in San Francisco, but not enough where like it's happening around the world or happening in the United States. So they've waited all this time, right? Like you're right. Like we could have done it in May or June at the latest right here, and then there's even July, but they've waited till here. The problem is like if they do 25, which is the safer bet for them, but it's a double-edged sword, right? If they do 25 basis points, that means November they do 25. That's 75 basis points in a year. That'll take us down to 4.75 on the interest rate. That's not enough because it's going down so little. That at first to be like, yeah, it might actually bump us after the little shakeout or whatever shakeout. It's probably not even a shakeout. But what will happen is that the real estate sector is going to say, damn, this is going to take a long time to get the rates down to anything that might actually be able to like increase growth. So I think these small 25 basis points cuts might get people to say, you know what, I just will buy later, which might even hurt the residential and the multifamily space.
Yeah, everybody's like, okay, liquidity is coming. I can make money on stocks and crypto. Like, I'll just be in the liquid assets. Why should I go to anything illiquid until, I just need to park that, cash for years.
So they need to go faster. So 50, I'm putting my money on 50, but if I'm being realistic, like the one they should do is 75 and then do 25s from there. Enough to like speed it along by the whole rest of the year. And then that'll put them enough to show they're serious about cuts. Like, whoa.
And that could send Bitcoin down to like 46K if they were to do a 75 basis point cut. And then it's like, hey, BlackRock gets more Bitcoin too.
Yeah, I mean, it'd have to be real. I mean, it'd have to be. I mean, the crash would have to be pretty ridiculous on the equity side to put us. I mean, personally, I like. It's just like I think that trillion always gets defended so much because it's at what, at 52 and some change.
Yeah,
thousand. But you're right. It could happen, but
I mean that's just if we had a 75 basis point cut. I don't think we will get one, obviously.
Right.
But,
I mean, either. I mean, I still have to give it a percentage, right? But I'm probably like 25% on. I'm 25% on 75, 25 on 25, and 50 on 50.
Yeah,
I do. I am putting. If I like, I probably would have put a couple grand, yeah, on 50. If I'm being honest, like I think 50 is going to happen, and then they're going to be 25s, but they need to be more aggressive. They do need to be more aggressive. I think if they do 25s, they're going to catch themselves into some trouble, possibly if they don't speed it along with larger cuts. Maybe they just do 25 for the end of the year, and then they do a 50 here and there. But they really, really need to. Do these cuts faster in order to get the interest rate down to basically the low threes or flat threes on interest rates. So that'll lower mortgages down for the average person down to like 5%.
Well, that's
maybe high fours.
Yeah. You also got to think about it from the perspective of, okay, let's assume that they don't have everyone's best interest at heart, right? And
Charlie, no. These conspiracy theories, Charlie.
Yeah, you know, but it's like, look what they're doing in California with Gavin Newsom. You know, he's like the true American psycho, right? They're essentially, you know, trying to make it so that normal people can't afford anything, and then they, you know, you can own nothing and you'll be happy, right? So, if we were to think about it from that perspective, what would they need to do to like basically wreck the real estate market enough so that by the time the market does get good interest rates, the majority of your average everyday person is priced out. Like that might be actually what they're aiming for.
Yeah, the thing, because to tell you the truth, like where I see, like, all right, so I think resident, like, look, no matter what happens, real estate's bleeding until the next year. It is. We are bleeding. What I feel like there's data to support this, but not enough at all. It is kind of guesstimation, right? Like this, It looks like to me that we're going to be hurting in 26 on the real estate side.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you go by the 4-year cycles, right?
Yeah,
Bitcoin should be hurting, and if we'll see what equities are doing. You know, that'll determine kind of how bad the bear market is for crypto in that year, but. Yeah, and liquidity cycles are only up until the end of 25. So, you know, you could get a pretty big, hangover from that type of injection.
Yeah, it's going to be mostly on the commercial side. And if it is a bad bleed, it's going to hurt the multifamily side. You're only going to, and what I mean by multifamily is like, it's like guys who took a lot of risk on that side, like Grant Cardone as an example, right? They made funds. They made funds of like normal people and some large investors, and they started buying multifamilies at like crazy rates, and then started, they're doing improvements to make it like to increase the value of it, but also to increase rents. But it's you can't increase rents anymore. You can only create rents. So like like what Justin Waller's doing, right? Justin Waller's doing a really smart strategy where like he buys a mobile home park. And he's like, holy shit, if we clean this up here and that here, we add some utilities, maybe a pool or something like that. And then on top of that, we build an extra 4 or 5 more lots as an example. So I can that's actually, you can add rents. You get a building and turn it from an 8 to a 12 to a 14, that you can increase your money that way.
Well, and it's affordable enough to have 100% capacity too, which right now that's the most valuable thing, is like, if you do have real estate, as long as it's occupied, you're good, right?
Yeah, so it's more of like you have to find properties right now where you can add basically more doors to it, or on his case,
more doors that are occupiable, not just more doors because then you end up like China.
Well, I mean, I can sell you Paris by the Sea, Charlie. Like,
hey, sounds nice.
Well, if it wasn't so empty. Yeah, I feel really bad for the Chinese people. I feel bad for the Chinese man. I feel bad for the Chinese woman. It just sucks, dude. Like at the end of the day, I mean, even though we're Team USA no matter what, right? But the suffering of the people is just sucks, dude, because of government decisions.
Well, the government, that's the one thing about Chinese history, right? They're used to it. Like, if you go back throughout Chinese history, it's been a few thousand years before they didn't have, an overbearing government.
Right. I mean, that reminds me of a little meme I have here. Here it is.
Societies like Koreans, they might have a God complex, but they don't have a history of oppressing another group of people.
Each other, right?
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, what the
What do you mean?
You don't think Asians they didn't oppress?
Koreans didn't have slaves. We didn't fly.
Did Koreans have slaves?
Korea had the longest unbroken chain of slavery of any society in history. Holy shit!
You guys are scumbags.
We're scumbags.
The largest unbroken chain of slavery.
And the North is still keeping that streak alive.
It's still keeping that alive. Well, Samsung and LG ain't hurting too, but
Hey, they just outsource that. Hey.
Oh my God, man! One thing too. I hate this shit. China's playing the long game. What is China playing? Where in the long game was their entire society getting addicted to opium? I hate this long game shit. Like, I really do. Like, this whole where they're playing the long game or they're playing this. That's a lie. Like, stop with There's a classic thing. You make plans and God laughs.
Right. Well, and also humans are greedy and envious, right? So even if, you have some group of people trying to do some strategy over 20, 30 years, some asshole is going to be like, I'm going to come in and screw that up just because, it's an advantage to me.
Right. Debt also is fake. Right. Like, as an example, a really indebted country is Japan, but they owe the debt to themselves. Right.
And the World Central Bank, the Bank of International Settlements.
Right. Look, I'm not going to be an apologist for the United States and everything like that, but at the end of the day, the reason every country, China would give its left nut to have the world reserve currency, the left nut, and right, maybe.
Dude, any country would give everything for that, but it's just that the world order is already set.
If I remember how it went, I think the Dutch, during the Tulip Mania and stuff, they had the world reserve currency. Then it went to the Spanish Empire, and then from the Spanish Empire, it went over to the UK. From the UK, it went to the United States.
Right.
That's how it is, right? And basically Rome had it for 1,500 years, give or take, right? It's just, and then we're pattern recognizing machines. So obviously it's we're like, bro, every empire's only been able to hold the world reserve currency for 150 years, bro. United States.
Yeah, currency goes to zero.
Bro, it all goes to zero, bro. Chico crypto's back, bro. No.
Finite supply, 21 million.
21 million, bro.
Do you want what did Saylor say this week? I got that video on tap if we want to play it a little bit later for that 13 million.
Yeah, which one was it on the list?
That was the last one, I think.
Okay, I got it now.
Yeah, but he was saying something along the lines of Bitcoin's going to eat up 7% of all global money. So if you want 1/21 millionth of that 7% of all global money, right, by Bitcoin, baby, I'm like, hey, the math's mathing.
Right. The maths, man. All jokes aside, I've been really on this stuff, especially in the Citadel. When we definitely join the Citadel, you guys, because we do a lot of we got a lot of stuff planned for the Citadel, the Crypto Mindset course. We always invite the Citadel to special events as well. When it comes to if we have a really big ass guest, we always tend to like to invite the Citadel if we can. Right. Sometimes we cannot, it's people from the Crypto Mindset only, but when we can, when we had Kieran Warwick, we definitely, we had Daddy wasn't there, right? But he came back this one time, right?
Hey, Sir Rugwick redeemed himself.
Yeah, Sir Rugwick redeemed himself, definitely. He's like, do you know, out of these 5,000 interviews, I only missed 2. Both of them were for both of you guys. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Thanks, Kieran.
How did that happen?
And now we got the guilt trip for the entire bull market.
Oh, the entire bull run. I want you to know I went to so many liquor stores to find an illegal pack because I don't think they make them in. I think they're not illegal in California anymore. I think they're not even that like there's like once they become illegal, they just as soon as you sell them out, they're gone. Basically, like they ban Newports everywhere, like menthol Newports. So to find a pack of Newports, bro, that was pretty incredible.
Get it on eBay.
Yeah, pack of Newports. Some lucky strikes. But like as an example to China, right? They would give the left and right nut to have that world reserve currency, but there's also a whole thing to it is that you have to be from a nation that trades around the planet. The Romans,
right,
had ships everywhere, trading routes, caravans. We're doing everything of that. China's a closed off nation. Every time they open up their borders to open trade, their people get their money the fuck out. Every time a political party, there used to be 4 political parties in China. There's 3, there's like 2.5 now. Like they've almost killed off this one. They've killed off this one. They all left. And where did they go to? They went to London. They went to Toronto. They went to San Francisco. They take all their money. They go to one of the major metropolitan areas and they just buy up real estate. That's what the Russians do. That's what everyone does because it's like, all right, I'll buy one of these New York high rises. Like you go to a New York high rise, where apartments start at $3 million a piece. Start at $3 million a piece and are 21 million, 30 million at top. They're all empty.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because the tax rate's 40%. They're like, I want real estate there, but I don't want to be there.
They don't want to be there, right? But you can sell. But the thing is, because it's liquid market, you can sell it off. You can take a loan against it, or better, even if you're done bad on it, like it's a physical thing that's there that they can't steal it.
It's the same thing in London. I think all the real estate got propped up and pushed up in London from like the Saudis and basically in the rich Russians and everybody all over the world trying to and
let me explain the Saudi thing. Okay, you have to diversify a little bit, especially when you get to that level of money. When you have that much money, it's more of like, can I make more? No, it's a game of let me make sure I don't go to zero. Right? It's like having multiple wallets. Hey, I'm investing everywhere, but
can't go back to riding camels, Fuck. I mean, I wouldn't. I understand it.
Yeah. Right. Was it Charles Fuchs? Is that his name? How do you say the last part? Fox?
Yeah, Fuchs, probably.
Fuchs. Put up your dukes, brother. What do you say? Instead of China having military bases around the world like the U.S., the China just buy everything everywhere and they own the U.S. Brother, no. No, now the way they can get influence, just like every country, is they go into U.S. politics and back certain people or put money. I mean, coffer. That's how you influence stuff. But the thing is, in terms of just completely owning it, that doesn't really happen. Like because your power base destroys itself.
Infinite money.
Yeah, it's infinite money, but you do need military power. You absolutely do. Like what Japan does, right? And Japan is building up their military right now. I mean, Trump me and Charlie have been saying this for a minute, but they've been building up their military, and like Japan's probably one of the few countries that actually could continue to export because it has a navy and it can export. But most countries, if the United States stopped in a world full of cunts, we're the least cuntiest. Imagine that, like literally, like horrible things, like presidents getting assassinated, and we're the least cunts. The least. Imagine having the French under. Imagine if France was the central of the planet, bros.
No.
Imagine any country in Africa. Good luck.
Yeah, I don't think that'd even be happening.
Right. Imagine any country in like, bro. You can't like. Just the good like. America allows you do your shit, follow whatever religion you like. Cool. Let's make money. Every other country around the planet is like, no, you have to follow this religion or be this race or look a certain way or believe what I believe or no trade for you. And that's the problem.
Or die sometimes.
Right. and what's going on right now with all the arguing about Muslims and Christians and Jews and whatever the hell else, who cares? Like one of the most famous quotes on the planet is, I don't care how you look like. I just care the color of your money.
Hey, the Amish got money too.
The Amish got money too, but yeah, the Amish got money too. How much Bitcoin you got? How much crypto you got? How much dollars you got? And like at the end of the day, like all crypto is almost all of it is in dollars.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost all in dollars, and I think very few people have realized, like, as crypto gets larger, it's actually exporting the dollar.
Yeah. Damn, I'll take it.
Right, like actually, I'll show you a little something too. Right, watch this right here. So, I was gonna wait until a little bit later in this little moon gang that we're doing right now, but I haven't been on YouTube in a couple days. Shout out to my baby. Where is it? I've got so many of these. My God. Okay, here we go. So this is a pretty important one right here. We got we got the Solana Dumper gang here. Literally the Solana Dumper gang, literally all in attendance right here. My boy Chamoth right there, and a couple other homies, Peter Thiel, and this guy that also looks like Peter Thiel, which is insane to me.
Yeah, right. I forgot the name of the guy who's like the moderator. What was his name again?
I do not know.
I'm like this guy. One time I trolled his YouTube channel and I got banned because
no, really?
Yeah, because the dude was talking smack about crypto, and I just went into his live chat saying like, "You sold the top on Solana, you fucking prick," and like it's all your fault, and like I got banned from the chat. But like, what do you call it? It's just one of those things where every other person on the panel actually has a following. That guy, for whatever reason, he's just friends with all these rich people, and he can't actually get an organic following on YouTube. So he basically buys bots to make it look like his channel actually has a following. But you go into his live chat, and the Moon Gang kicks his ass. So I'm just like, the dude's full of it. You know what I mean? But I just don't like that guy.
No, I feel you. I like all these guys, and then at times I don't. Right? But that's normal.
Yeah, they're kind of cunty.
Yeah, they're kind of cunty at the end of the day. Yeah, they're a little zesty, I should say. Zesty is the right word.
But they got friends in high places.
Yeah. And right now in this election, the most important man here is Peter. Peter Thiel is the most important person in the election. He's helping fund a lot of Trump's campaign. He's basically every VP that Trump could have chose works and essentially was funded by Peter Thiel, PayPal Mafia, Elon Musk, all of it. Like there is a lot. This guy is one of the central figures in this whole fucking and like some people are like, oh, this guy, right? But they don't understand how much he influence like Peter Thiel has. He's also a part of that whole Silicon Valley disaster. That was his boyfriend.
Right. You want to go into that a little bit?
Yeah. So Silicon Valley Bank, right before it's about to go bankrupt, go belly up, right, and have a bank run. Allegedly, Peter Thiel was dating the actual CEO of Silicon Valley Bank, and the last person that the CEO saw was him, and then he jumped off a building and killed himself right after. And then on Twitter, this guy said, "Hey, I don't think Silicon Valley Bank is solvent. You guys need to get the hell out and get your money out." And then allegedly Peter Thiel started the bank run on Silicon Valley Bank, and then they went and blamed it on crypto. Tried to blame it on crypto when it was not
on USDC.
On USD, yeah. Ridiculous, dude. Crazy. So, okay, let's play this video, and this has a lot to do with the whole China thing. I'll just let them explain.
I met the TikTok CEO about a year ago, and maybe I wouldn't have said this now, but what I told him and what I felt was very honest advice was, you don't need to worry about the U.S. We're never going to do anything about TikTok. We're too incompetent. But if I were in your place, I would still get the business out of China. I would get the computers out, the people out. I'd completely decouple it from ByteDance, because TikTok will be banned 24 hours after the Taiwan invasion. And if you think there's a 50-50 chance this happens, and that will destroy, 100% of the value of the TikTok franchise.
What was his reaction?
He said that they had done a lot of simulations, and there were a bunch of companies in World War I and World War II that managed to sell things to both sides.
He doesn't seem so bright to me. Do you think he's... honestly, what was your take on him?
He didn't disagree with my framing, so I always find that flattering if someone basically agrees with my framing. So he seemed perfectly bright to me, even though
game theory,
not
but game theory. But what?
And yeah, that's a really interesting thing, because he's like, we've modeled many companies from World War I and World War II that make plenty of money selling both to the Allies and the Nazis.
Hey, sell the Nazis before they were Nazis, right?
Yeah, man, freaking crazy, dude. Like, damn.
I mean, to be honest, like, hey, at least they're doing the research.
Yeah, but the whole thing, that's kind of what he's talking about is like, yeah, like why do you think, like, this is for the guys in the chat right now, like, why do you think that every single like major CEO in the United States has been sucking up to India lately?
They got the farmland that Zuckerberg wants, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. You know, it's like why why would they go to a wedding from a fat Indian dude? One of the richest people on the planet, one of the richest persons on the planet. His family is, right, not him, but like his family made all that wealth. It'd be more impressive if he made the wealth, right? But no, his family did, right? But he ends up, he's struggling with his health and struggling with losing weight and stuff like that. But very wealthy guy marries a dime piece, and that's sometimes they say you're not ugly, you're just poor, But anyway, the gifts he received, right, from Mark Zuckerberg, from Tim Cook, from what's called Bill Gates and stuff, were like a Bugatti, a yacht. Just think about that, a private jet.
Hey, what's a few million between friends?
Well, let's just say the Bugatti's only $2 million. $2 million. $13-20 million private jet, $5 to $10 million yacht. There may have been more than that. Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, it's got to be more than 10 million. Like, there's no good, if you're gonna go a yacht, there's no good yachts under like 20-30 million if you're gonna go like full yacht.
From what I saw, that's what they've rated. I think I may have been wrong about the private jet. It might be in 30 for the private jet. It was like some G whatever the hell. But
yeah,
just think about that for like a wedding gift. You're giving somebody like a fucking private jet.
It's like giving somebody like a Toyota Corolla, for those guys. Hey, it's expensive, but it's reasonable.
Yeah,
it's tax write-off.
Hey, brother, man, I've got you. I'm giving you $100,000 in XRP. You don't understand how this currency is going to change the world, bro. XRP is never invited back. Yeah, and so this is why this. So you see how things are going faster with inflation. With this, it took. When did Nixon? Yeah, Nixon started trading relations with China in the 70s. So we've been on a 50-year pump and dump of China. And now we're on the dumping part right now. India will be about a 20 to 25 year before it gets dumped for some other country because it's just going faster. Also, cell phones weren't back there. It was all tactile stuff. It was all real world things. So, and also if you look at where China really exploded, right? It was when the creation of smartphones and right after the tech boom. So from the early 2000s to their peak was in the like 2001 to 2008. Was their peak because everyone crashed from there. But where they really started, they kept making because from there, that was the big that was kind of the start of the cell phone push. Like it was right at the end of 2009 where there was iPhone, but they spent all their U.S. surplus effectively right there from 2000. I would say like 2009 to like current time, and then most of it was pretty much spent basically as well. But I mean, I kind of get because like when you have that much cash, it's like that whole thing where like if you owe a bank $1 million, you're in trouble. But if you owe the bank $1 billion, the bank's in trouble. And that's actually kind of what's going on right now in the real estate sector with some of these large investors in the commercial space. Is that like a lot? There's a really great stream. There's actually, believe it or not, like Ben Mall has actually been talking. Shout out to Ben Mall. He's been talking about this recently. That some of the biggest investors in the commercial real estate space owe so much money to these banks and medium to small banks that the loan's up, but they're like, hey, let's just extend the loan out and just keep paying us the payments. Because if they actually made them sell the properties off to pay back the loans, they would basically actualize real losses. So they can so they're like, okay, you have $300 million or $1 billion in loans. And if you sold all these properties off right now, you'd give us $370 million. How about we extend it out 5 years and you just keep paying us the minimum payment? That way we don't show $1 billion, a fucking 700 or $600 million loss on their balance sheet.
Reasonable.
Yeah, and that's what's happening. Yeah. And that's kind of crazy because I heard him say that, and then I've heard, because I'm listening to a lot of podcasters from like real estate guys, and a lot of these guys are kind of saying the same thing right now about that side of the space, right? But where it gets sticky is that once those guys start going down, guys with a lot of capital are going to be buying up those properties that are on the fire sale, and then it's going to be harder for some of these other, because if rates are still moderately high, it's going to be harder. It'll call, what happens is the domino effect where these banks get in trouble, and then they're like, fuck, our commercial side's completely wrecked. We have to find liquidity, so we're going to start calling loans on the multifamily side, because you can't call like on a fourplex or a single family person, so you just can't do. You couldn't do it. But on a large, like a guy with a $15 million loan or something like that, like, hey, or whatever, like, hey, give us money or pay us back, or lines of credits are done. And that's where it gets hella dangerous, basically. So I think that's more or less what's going to start happening in 26 is like that bubble right there. So let's enjoy the decline.
So what you're saying is get rich in crypto in 2025, wait for a real estate crash in 2026, buy the bottom of both real estate and Bitcoin at the end of 26, beginning of 27, and then you're good into the 2030s. Sounds like a good recipe.
Yeah. Right. So, okay, let's see. If you don't secure Indian consumers for the next 2 decades as a Fortune 100 company, you're going to be poor. Doesn't mean that. Yeah. I mean, well, but it's like
people. That's
it's a lot of people
in the world.
Yeah. The thing is, the customer base isn't there just yet, but it's going to be, I would say it starts becoming very, very good in the next 5 years from now. It starts becoming, they're making the investments now to make the population investable. And I'm saying they're not investable and stuff. What I'm saying is like where incomes go up, because a lot of people in India are in poverty. And they did not do as well as China did in the same time frame.
Right.
And it's much more of a closed circuit economy where like, it's because it didn't have the same. It's open economy. You can invest in there. Money can be sold. You can sell the ruble and stuff for anything you want, but like, or whatever the local currency is there. But that caste system is a bitch. Like, even though it's gone, it's like Jesus. It's not great. But I think a lot of great things are going to happen for India. A lot of Indians are taking huge offense to Twitter making fun of them. I think that's kind of funny. It's the first time I've seen it. Like Indians getting fucking like pissed.
Hey, well, the one thing that's interesting about India, China, and America right now is they're kind of in a silent space race again to the moon and Mars, right? Because I think China recently got to the South Pole of the moon with like one of their rovers, as did I forgot what India did, but they landed something on there, and so it's like interesting because like I think Elon Musk had said, if in 2 years they can send a payload that lands itself on Mars, then in 4 years they're going to try their first human mission. Yeah. That means also, so let's give it 12 years, right? And then that means within the next 4 to 6 years probably, all these countries are going to go try to be like, hey, let's claim a spot on the moon, because it's going to be resource mining. So like it's kind of like an interesting side effect of all that competition.
Right. Well, so to Padawan, right? Like he's like 1 billion population, 600 million with cell phones. Math is mathin', right? Definitely. But you have to also remember too, there's an evil side to this. It's also the Indian government and the Indian corporations selling out to American and foreign companies. And if I'm gonna be a realist about this, right? I think it's very good for them, but also at the same time, one reason why the United States is also is starting to decouple a little bit from China is because they're not allowing like fair trading. So they're not allowing too much of a media there too. They were supposed to be an opening of the country and it never happened. India will 100% do that. So like no risk there, and that's great. But one thing too is like Zuckerberg, Google, and all these people are making sure that they stay rich and in control. They'll put an Indian CEO. He won't be the owner of the company or the head of or be the head of the board. But yeah, he'll be a CEO.
Well, until he forces his way in.
His way in, right? Or they just make their own companies, which will happen. Which there will be which will definitely happen. But they're making deals too to keep the current family and the current rich family in India in power as well.
Yeah, I would say like it used to be America's strength was quality of products, right? But that's like gone away over time because like that's the one thing you can at least hang your hat on for China and India is like they can do great for so many things, but then at the end of the day, they just cut too many corners. America has gone away from, it used to make refrigerators that lasted 50 years, now they can't last 15, but like, at least, we still try to go, we at least know how to go towards that quality, Right. So like, and so does Japan, so does Germany. So it's kind of interesting to see, like, what's the Achilles heel of like, Goliath essentially, because India and China, just with the amount of people they have, the amount of economy they can drum up and everything, like they should probably be, way more influential than they are. But I think it comes down to that.
And also any country that actually is in, because China was never 100% in the fold, but India will be in the fold, right? I don't know. Look, all jokes aside, I think Indian people are great. The country of India is awesome. But there's a lot of poverty there. Just like Mexico. Mexico's in huge poverty. I mean, fucking until it took arresting. I'm joking about this, by the way. A quarter of the population of fucking El Salvador. But but all jokes aside, but like they arrested and like violated human rights of a large portion of the population of El Salvador in order to clean it up.
Right.
I think deservingly so, if I'm being honest. It
worked.
It worked. I'd probably say 95% of them deserve to be there. I think there's 5% that slipped in the cracks and then also got arrested. They didn't need to.
Yeah, there's some collateral damage for sure.
Yeah. Now, but I'm gonna say this, and this is just the truth. I really like a lot of Indians on Twitter are too sensitive. It's like they're so defensive about it. Oh my god! Like and like now I'm not with that whole like Indians and shit and not smelling like that's come on, bro. But like they're very fucking sensitive on YouTube and Twitter and stuff like that. It makes me think that like I don't know what's going on there, but it's kind of like that is a weakness a little bit. And then two, every group goes through this level of racism. Every time, just name the demographic that moved in. I mean, what was it when the Irish came in lesser than blacks?
It was the Irish came in, screw all the potato guys, right? The Germans were in, screw all the sauerkrauts. Like it is in America. Like we go through these waves of like, okay, who's at the bottom of the pile? Who are we picking on next?
Mexicans, who had these beaners, these lazy fucks. I mean, fuck that beaner shit lasted forever.
Yeah, it was about 20 years, and then they took their lumps, and now they're in.
Now they're in, yeah, and then now the Venezuelans, and then it just happens. But like the cool thing about America is over time, you get past that point, and then you kind of assimilate into the country, and you do really well, right? And that's beautiful, and that really is beautiful and stuff like what's pissing off the Indians is because there's a large Indian population in the United States that's working very hard and are very hardworking, very successful, and they're being shamed for their past countrymen in India who aren't as successful and are embarrassing them.
Like Kamala Harris,
Charlie's. But that's what's happening because it's like no one's saying that about Indians, like people from India in the United States.
Right,
0%, super successful, incredible people, but they're catching strays because the Indian population's getting on social media and they're embarrassing themselves and embarrassing people here in the United States or Indians are westernized and they're embarrassing, and that's what's happening is that they're catching second. It's like me catching secondhand embarrassment for all the shit happening in Mexico, which there's some really stupid shit that happens in Mexico, absolutely. But it's usually cartel shit, which I'm not cool with. Like that's not cool. People getting beheaded and killed, that's horrible. But it's mostly like the hygiene shit, and then them liking curry, and curry's delicious, by the way. But like,
dude,
it does smell though. It does smell.
Garlic naan and a couple of things of curry. I'm good. Some mango lassi. I'm good.
Yeah, and fuck, dude. I ain't gonna lie, bro. These Twitter things and these YouTube men are roasting India live, bro. Bro, if a snake ate the world and tasted India, they'd spit us right out. Like, bro, killing us, dog. Sheesh. But but every group gets it. But like right now, I don't think that's happening. I think at some point it's going to switch back to the Muslims for a little bit, but it's just because that part is geologically very important, and then it is a bit of a warfare. There's like I wouldn't call it meme war. I mean, it is a meme warfare, but it's cultural warfare that's going on and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in America, pushes out Hollywood, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Dollar cost crypto. You can never say anything half as racist as one Indian can say to another with the caste system smell of curling. Damn, yeah. That is true. Like I can see some racist shit against Mexicans, but it's coming from truth and also meanness as well. Like there is like a lot of it's really fun. There's kind of a semi-caste system that was put by the Spanish is in Mexico as well, where basically you want like the people who got the opportunities were all the mixed race kids from the conquistadors and the people coming from Portugal or Spain or the UK or Britain or whatever, coming in and the half breeds, the lighter skinned people got way more opportunities and chance for land because they were was it mosquito or no I forgot the name of it, but basically European mixed with native Mexican or the native Indians and stuff, and they were given more opportunities. And then also there's subset of certain natural Indian tribes within Mexico that were put at the bottom of the list to racism, just like they did in the United States as well. But like the ones down there where the Aztec ones just got put at the bottom of the list, basically, which is because they were the conquered ones and stuff, super fucked. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, human history.
But that's what happens.
It's interesting, right? And at the end of the day, it all comes back to all fiat currencies in existence have all gone to zero.
Charlie reeling us back into
Hey, I'll bring us back.
While you're on the internet arguing about nom bread, we're over here fucking stacking sats and chilling. That's
stacking sats, stacking some Phantom Sonic, stacking some ASI. By the way, I did a phenomenal AI video earlier this week. I think everybody should go check that out. I was Thursday's stream, I think. Bro, like AI coins, just get some near, get some ASI / fetch, maybe get a little render, maybe get a little, of a moonshot bag on something, there's a lot of stuff, coming out in that industry over the next 1 year. And we're in a bull market. So crypto coins go up, AI go up, crypto and AI coins, right? Match made in heaven. But, if you like to make money, I'd say go back and watch that one.
Yeah, Phantom's going to make a lot of money. Pulse Chain's going to make a lot of money. People just saw a little taste of some green candles and stuff. I mean, there's this famous meme that we made on my channel when I had some alumni from Pulse Chain. A CMC, we had our boy Crypto Sloth, the CMC alumni, and we had Crypto Coffee on the stream. And let's watch. I'm afraid of you because you give a really dumb answer.
Let's see.
What should I ask? I should have something really
Magic Conch, is EHEX dead?
Okay,
let's do it.
Let's do it. I don't want to do it. Magic Conch, is EHEX dead?
Oh my god!
No hesitation.
It said yes.
It said yes. Yes.
Unsurprisingly.
Yeah. But it's come back to life a little bit. We've had it, I think, roughly a 2x from the bottom now. It's come back a little bit. It's outpumped PHEX. PHEX has also done very well. We've had finally a little bit of green candles. I mean, EHEX and PHEX have been dumping for a while now. Anyway, it's I think what happened is the fight between the two pissed enough people off, where just people started DCing mostly into PulseX, I believe, PulseX and some Pulse Chain, and then But the asset class is in a great place. I mean, it's still both assets are below a penny. Really good buying opportunities on both of them. I would not just buy one, please. Don't do that. Just because EHEX is cheaper, do not just buy EHEX just because it's cheap. I've kept the thing over if I buy $1 million of this one, I'll just buy $1 million of that one. Whatever. I like keeping it pretty even, just to have some to play, because I don't believe it's dead. It's just with the main thing with EHEX, I call it a meme coin now, but it's a great coin. Ethereum is going to scale. It's scaling now. It's going to scale more. There's going to be upgrades to the chain. As soon enough, you will be able to unstake relatively relatively cheaply on the EHEX side, on the Ethereum side, even if it takes
Yeah,
5 years.
things are down a lot too.
Yeah,
already.
I've never seen. Maybe I wasn't paying attention at the time in the Gwei, because Gwei was a very like sort of weird thing at the time in 2020, but I had never seen the Gwei below 1 before. I've never seen it, so it's kind of crazy to me that like it hit like 0.64.
Well, we kind of postulated in the last cycle that Ethereum also kept fees high on purpose in order to pay off the miners, because they're going to proof of stake. So they want to make sure miners got their money beforehand too. So there's also that, because Ethereum's had a lot of updates in its bag and just never deployed them until it's like, okay, markets, I guess, forcing us to be competitive, right? So then all of a sudden they, start doing shit.
Right. And so, exactly. Right. So it's, I don't know, well, I should go in the direction of this and stuff, but pretty much. Yeah, that's exactly right. Sorry, I got distracted by the super chat. What were we saying? Oh, EHEX, right? EHEX, yeah. So
get a little catnip. No.
Get a little catnip.
Hey, DCC. No.
Yeah, I've been pretty scatterbrained, you guys. I had two record bad days of sleep. Not today, but I got some good sleep today. But bro, anyone could have cooked me verbally and emotionally and like mentally yesterday. I literally was forgetting shit. Like I woke up so sleepy that I could not remember people. I was having not joke. I'm saying this jokingly a little bit, but like, I was only remembering big words. That's an example. Yeah,
like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. No.
Yeah. But what made it better? I mean, the pumps. I mean, it's kind of. I said this on a. I got to find when I said it. It was a stream way back in the day. But I said, someone asked me like, hey, when do I seriously think Pulse Chain will start pumping? I'd say like around 9/11. I said late September, more than likely, going off of how it cycles, how I believe it cycles personally. But just to put a funny name on it, I'll say like 9/11, but more than likely, I was like, it's going to start pumping at the end of September.
It's an easy to remember date, yeah.
Yeah, it's just easy to remember. But I originally did say it was going to be late September, like it was going to be like the last week of September when it's really going to start pumping off and stuff like that. So. Nailed the 9/11. The pump on EHEX and PX barely started on 9/11, but then it continued on from there and stuff like that. But it's chilled off a little bit. But it's just nice. It's just like that's what the community needs, a little bit of green candles. It's nice. People are stacking. You really want to stack your bags below a penny on both assets. Thank you. Because you got PHEX at basically half a penny, and you've got EHEX right now at basically 20% of a penny. So like $2,000 buys you $1 million EHEX, $5,300 buys you $1 million PHEX, and you have if I believe, I don't have the site on right now, but I'm going off of memory here, but probably like $17,000 buys you $1 billion PulseX, and then $36,000 buys you $1 billion Pulse Chain. So $1 million, $1 million's a solid bag. $1 million's a solid bag. It's a really good thing and stuff like that. And then, so like those two assets are basically, are Pulse Chain. I really don't believe Pulse X is going back to its all-time low. Pulse Chain is basically very like right there at its all-time low. It hit 31. It's at 37, 36. I'm not looking at the chart right now.
Yeah. The only thing is like Pulse and Pulse X, right? We got to get them above their 20-week moving average. Until that happens, we're not in a bull mode with them technically yet, right? So like I think for Pulse Chain, that's not too far off. Like it's 4 zeros at a 4-4. So if it can get to there for Pulse, then at that point I would say, okay, game on. Until then, like every pump that we've had has been sold off. I mean, it was 26 weeks of pretty much downside until the last like one weekly candle. But so I mean, like there's some work to do yet. Like we can't claim total victory, on that side yet, because like it's still technically possible we could get one more low in, like let's say around like election.
Yeah, they're on the election, or maybe some. I wouldn't say a black swan, just a really bad equities day, or something like just something a couple of just like flat days to like slowly down days, and then just some bad news on equities or crypto. But definitely, just because someone asked this earlier, we'll answer the super chats in a minute. If you have a question, just super chat away, we'll answer it. But someone Jet asked, when will the Phantom ecosystem start pumping? It already has been pumping. If you were in the Citadel, you knew what we were buying. Phantom was one of the things I was recommending at when it hit 28 cents, 31 cents, 30 cents. It's sitting at I think it's at 50 cents right now.
Yeah, under 44 has been its accumulation point, under 44 cents. So if you've got it under 45 cents, for the most part, you've basically been accumulating with the whales.
Yeah, it's being one of the big news about Phantom now is this happened yesterday. Is that Nansom, the same guy who basically got he's been around since last cycle, but he's coming to crypto fame basically. He's like a main character this cycle on the Twitter side. Nansom of Solana, right, and Whiff, or Dog with Hat, but he's starting to promote Sonic and Sonic and Phantom now. Doing it right now.
He's got a bag.
Which means he has a bag. And he has a bag of Equalizer as well. And
does he have any boo?
I think he does too, but I think
he's going with the more fresh
whatever's moving faster, basically. Yeah. I think so too. He's got a bag of that. And notice he promotes it after those coins have already done their lows already now, but still good price. It's still good prices. Still great price. Most people don't know about Phantom and Sonic and stuff like that, but it's going to have a run. There's going to be borrowing and lending markets people trust with Aave. It's going to do I think it's going to do very well. I think with I shouldn't say. All right, with Nansom here, we're going to get Solana retards that are going to be able to dump their coin. We're going to be able to dump on them. On this run up.
Hey,
it's just
does that include those podcasters we saw earlier?
Well, I don't know if they're. I think they're in the position because I know some people who hold some pretty crazy Solana bag. Like when you hold bags that big, they'll play a little bit, but they are mostly just they're just going to capitalize on that one bag or couple bags,
And it's playing with profits anyways at that point.
Yeah. They have just less, not like they're not these massive traders, but it's just they're I'm watching the main thing that got, it's
and they got rich with other stuff. So it's just hey, crypto is a nice way to get an extra bonus this year.
Right. So if I look at something like Equalizer right now, which actually earlier today, it hit over $10.
What is that advertisement by Stake?
Oh, that's correct. No one will tell them shit because how much money gambling makes. Dude, bro. Yeah, anyway, I will talk about the gambling stuff some other time, but
Equalizer is not a gamble, it's a lock.
Yeah. It did hit. This isn't showing, this is just showing whatever this thing.
Yeah, it's usually I think daily closes. It doesn't include the max peak or low on the days.
Yeah, so this hit about 1080 and stuff on the wick, I guess. And then but it's down to $8 right now. It wicked off of the news of him, as well as that Nansom also has been in this project a long time as well. So he probably got in, if he didn't get in when it was at its all-time low at 60 cents, he probably got in around a couple dollars. And then when it ran to 22 cents or $22, that's probably when he got in, because I find it very weird if he got in after it topped in $22. Yeah. So he probably got in, when we should have got in, basically.
Yeah, he would be fudding if he was angry and got ruined on a bag. So
right. So Equalizer is this is one that I've been saying a lot. I caught when we crashed, when it was all over, you guys. $1 trillion Bitcoin. It's all over, Charlie. It's done. I
heard Bitcoin's going to 13 million a coin, bro, which means we're getting rich forever. Forever, Laura. No.
Charlie. Very few YouTubers were saying to buy here. Very few. I can only think of maybe one or two.
I think they're all both on this stream. Yeah.
Yeah, it's both on the stream. I DCA'd at the $3 marks right there, $3 and $4 and $5, and it's sitting at it's not massive profits, but it's this coin is just getting started and it's going to convert over.
Yeah, it's kind of like Ethereum, Tron. Everything's done kind of like a 3x, right? Which means okay, the market's kept up for the most part, Bitcoin's outpaced. But once alt season comes around, then gigapump.
Yeah, because this basically it's cycle low was 60 cents on this token. 60 cents, 60 cents, and then it's gone as high as 22 cents. I mean, $22. Sorry, $22.
That's over that's over a 15x then. Yeah.
Yeah, 15x and stuff like that, and that's top to bottom, 60 cents to $22. It's
okay, so it's way outpaced. Never mind. Yeah,
it's way outpaced. Yeah. And I got in around that point, like I'd say like high 60s, 70, 80s a dollar in that range there when I got into Equalizer. Bought what I could at the time, and then because you have to remember during that time was when we're talking about Phantom and stuff was like 16, 18, 20, 24 cent, very cheap Phantom, very basically cycle low Phantom as well. Right. And this is a very new protocol. So I just threw some gambling chips at it and it became pretty decent. And then as it went to $22, it's chilled off. It just crashed to its low right here of $3 and some $3.30 or so. And now it's back up to $8 right now. So it's just on those big crashes on this coin moves very violently against. If Phantom moves up, this moves up even crazier. That's why people like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got the narrative that's like fresher than Boo, because Boo is basically doing the same returns, if not a little bit better. Correct. But like it's been here. We've already been there, done that. It's not quite as interesting for the people who just want to pump and dump.
Yeah, with Spooky Swap, with the same thing, 30 cent, like it's kind of a 30 cent low for this token. This coin has been as high on the previous cycle as $38, $38 high. It's 30 cents all-time low for this cycle, and it's sitting right here at about $1. So it's a 3x, a comfortable 3x right now. It's most of its supplies out. All the emissions have been saved up because they're going to be launching on Ethereum. They're going to launch on Arbitrum. I think on OP as well, on BNB, on Sonic. I'm working on Pulse Chain. That'd be great. But that'll be later. But that'd just be some cool stuff that could happen. And this is a pretty.
To be honest, Pulse Chain needs to make some olive branches with other chains just to get cross liquidity going.
Yeah, you need with guys who aren't ruggers. That's the important part.
That's
because there's been a whole lot of rugs on Pulse Chain, you guys.
Unfortunate. Liquid Loans, we're looking at you. $50 million. What? Where?
Bro. Oh my god.
Didn't LUSD go like tank today or something?
Bro, he got rugged. PLSUSD or whatever got fucked in the ass, bro. Like so did 9mm. Now some of these some of these coins have been rugged. I think it seems like it's friends of competitors that have been exploiting stuff to get but so I that's as much as I'm going to get into it, but like
it's like a civil war.
Yes. Shout out 9-inch, baby. The true of the nines. Do you want a 9-incher or do you want a fucking little millimeter? I don't know. Leave it up to you.
Gotta go full BBC, baby. Let's go.
I'm surprised they didn't call themselves 9 like I don't know, 9 yards or like 9 something.
Yeah, something else, right?
9 meters, right? But super bad. Yeah. So I think there's a team that's going to be, but I'm still like, I think the coin's going to do really well. I was buying it when there wasn't a roadmap on it at all. This time around, the team is very capable. Andre likes it. It's a project he holds. He likes a lot. Beats is another one as well. We're going to be talking about all these coins and the conversion. The big Q4 thing is going to be what's going to happen with Pulse Chain with the lawsuit that's happening in October, as well as the Sonic transition, which is going to be a big money-making event. I think Sonic is one of the one L1 that me and Charlie have been talking about this entire bull run, the entire bear run.
And the metaverse is quietly gaining some steam as well in the background and stuff. GameFi is going to have its run finally. With Ethereum pumping, that's what's going to happen. You need Ethereum going pretty well and stuff like that. The amount of stuff that are attached to Ethereum is just about everything. Just about all the reason why aren't the L2s doing anything? Is Ethereum doing anything? No. There you go. Most L1s that are attached to, like, it's only very absolute competitors, which is like a Solana, which is an absolute competitor to Ethereum. Mm-hmm. They're not attached to the Ethereum Foundation. Nothing. They're 100% a competitor. They've done very well, but it took U.S. VC backing
to do it.
Mm.
Like it's one of the few VC chains. Like there's only 2 VC chains. There's Solana that are US based. Caveat there. Solana,
Right.
Near. That's it. Near hasn't pumped at all.
Mm.
You know.
Wait for that AI wave, baby.
Yeah. AI has done very well. Yeah, because it's been like it's been the Bitcoin, it's been the ETF narrative, Bitcoin Ethereum narrative, right? It's been
ChatGPT.
AI
last year, yeah. That's really ChatGPT is really what kicked off AI with the crypto cycle. Like if I think, you know, if that hadn't if that hadn't happened, then, you know, AI would just be like whatever. But you know, it's a massive technological shift, you know, for humans. So of course, you know, crypto is going to slap that label on something.
Right. I mean, you have to. I mean, it's just liquid market. We just try to like, I mean, just about every L1 or L2 is adding AI somewhere in the title. I mean, somewhere in the description. AI.
We got AI agents somewhere, but it's like the only ones that are actually doing it is like ASI slash you know, Fetch. You got Render actually doing it like really, really well. This week there's a vote on I think it was Kudos or something like that. It is basically like a Render competitor that ASI is bringing into the group, getting more tokens for that. I think Akash and what was the other one? Tau. Like they have some decent stuff going for them too, but Tau's kind of already like saturated its token price for the most part.
Akash is a sleeper. It's a super.
I do think that one still like hasn't broken out yet.
I'm with you on that. That a lot of people that like I wouldn't like kind of like business friends, sort of that sort of stuff, were in that coin. It just didn't do it. It just didn't perform. But
it just depends on where you bought it. If you bought the cycle lows, it's done very, very well. If you bought the previous cycle top,
I'm talking about last cycle. I'm talking about.
Oh,
last
I see.
Yeah, last cycle. Yeah, that's the only reason I even knew about it is because I knew that they were in it. It's just, you know, I just stick to what we're using or we're doing right now and stuff like that.
Yeah, and we know prior to 2023, AI in terms of crypto actually having AI like as an actual thing was like a unicorn, right? It's like mostly just BS before that, and like then you actually had a lot of projects this cycle actually like what do you call it? Actually properly use AI.
Exactly. I'm trying to see where it's at right now in the marketplace. Right now, let's see.
Where is it at? Market cap?
Yeah, it's at 116 in market cap right now. It's not bad.
No,
Not bad.
good because out of the top 100, you know, some of those ones you can kind of bet on. Like you buy them when they're out of the top 100, they get to like, you know, top 80 coins or whatever. You look to, you know, take some profit. You just kind of oscillate back and forth there.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of double top. Didn't go exactly. Obviously, the March one's easy. That's Ethereum, right? But then it also ran here during the meme coin, the contingent Solana meme coin run. Not bad. It almost went back up to $6, basically $6.
Yeah, it's had a good year.
It's had a good year. Yeah, it's had a good. What I like to see is like it actually did this too. It actually did go up, went back up a little bit again. So
yeah, it shows some what do you call it, demand, and there's a lot more action going on there than a lot of other chains.
Right. So it's down here. Let's see. It's 2. What is it? What did it wait? 2.2. Yeah. So it's right there. I mean, basically, you're buying it. I mean, a really good price. Yeah.
Where did it begin the year?
It began. It began the year at like 86 cents.
Oh.
85 cents. But let me look at the max here. Let me look. 23.
Yeah, that's where I'm bullish on it, is because like if you look at it compared to last cycle's highs, that hasn't made a new all-time high yet, but it clearly wants to. And so it's like you're buying it, you know, knowing that it's going to go back to, you know, the previous highs of like $6 to $8. So
this looks like Solana's chart a little bit. Like, I mean, in terms of like
put it on log.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, I don't know what's going on.
It kind of does. Yeah.
My fucking mouse is fucking up right now. Yeah, because it hit, like same thing. Like Solana got close to its all-time high, and, you know, but it's, you know, it still didn't break its all-time high. And by close, it's still off by like $50-$60. But you know, this hit $7 and some change. This hit $6.50 basically this time around. So not bad. It's done some good gains too on top of it. I think I think 23 cent all-time cycle low basically. Or no, let's see. 18 cents, 22. Yeah. So wow, yeah, with brand one with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and
So
stuff
it's a little
like that.
bit more than a 10x.
Yeah. So 18 cents. Let's call it 20 cents, just to round a little bit. Like 30x top to bottom, basically, maybe a 33x.
And that looks like just its wave one of
Yeah.
3.
Not bad. It's come down to $2.22.
Yeah,
it's not
and
bad.
the AI wave hits again. Plus, we get an altcoin season. Plus, like that can do a lot of X's.
Yeah, and as coins get higher and higher in market cap, and we get a nice Bitcoin Ethereum run, this could run to a decent amount. And plus, it's still under, like, even if it does really well, like, it's still under that $100. When people are like, when the unit bias of like, I've got $100, how much is $100 buy me? You still can buy a decent amount. Like, it goes to $10, and you can still get 10 for $1. That's still pretty cheap to people.
I could see it going to like 20, 30 bucks, something like that.
Not bad, yeah. But this is a good coin, and then we'll be talking about coins like this in the crypto mindset course, looking for opportunities of where, like, we could see some action and stuff. That'd be cool if during a crash it actually crashed below $2. That'd be really cool. Picking it up because then you can really increase those exits for yourself.
Yeah, between that $1 to $2 mark would be really cheap.
Yeah. So like these prices are any lower, I mean, it's looking really good right there. Yeah. Cool. Let me see. Oh, let me show you guys this as well. So we were talking a little bit about the whole Nansen thing, right? Which is pretty interesting. So it's like Sonic Phantom might be the quarter force sleeper, which I believe this is what we've been betting on, and I've been betting on, is this Phantom trade, the Phantom turning into Sonic. And I just fucking laughed my ass off when I saw this. I was like, thank you, bro. Pumping my bags. Yes. Yes. Incredible. Funny enough, that little meme below it and stuff, that's actually the company where I bought the tinfoil hat from. Oh, it's hilarious, man. Shout out the tinfoil hat cat and stuff. But yeah, he's been bull posting. He's been bull posting about a lot of Phantom stuff and everything like that. Yeah. Oh, wait, let me find the other one real quick.
So when's he going all in on Pulse Chain?
Well, that'd be fucking hilarious if it's next year, though. Next quarter, I'd be fucking losing my mind, bro.
The one thing tomorrow, I think Trump's new blockchain goes live tomorrow.
How do you feel about that, Charlie?
I respect the fact that capitalism exists and that he's hitting while the iron's hot, right? He did the NFT stuff, pretty much at the bottom of the bull market bottom of the bear market, and still, made money. So I think it does pump.
Hopefully, man. But like he's like talking about the TPS, the L2 bridge, 90% gas spent on apps. There's a lot of really good, the 5 new DeFi primitives that's on Andre. Andre's creating 5 new types of primitives. One he's given a hint towards is he's making something about credit on chain. So if you're a wallet that does usually pay back, you'll get a higher credit score, which is going to get abused. Of course, it's going to get abused. So there's going to be a wallet that acts good, gets a bunch of borrowed, and just goes cha-chink. Unless the money is locked within that wallet and they can't move it, then that's different. Maybe you can bet, if you can bet on the platform and get the money, then okay. But interesting, basically. But this is overall really good for the ecosystem. I mean, it's bringing, because it's no how do I say it? It's no, I would say, news to say that Solana's basically kind of chilled out and gone sideways. There's still meme coins pump. There's always going to be meme coins pumping on there, but all the really legacy meme coins, the ones that have done really well, Dog with Hat has basically not moved since it's been months since that thing's really moved anything at all, other than $1 up or down. Punk's just recovering right now. It's staying above, I think it's at 25 cents right now, doing pretty decent.
Punk's actually dumped for more months, I think, than it ever has before. I think it's never dumped longer than a couple months. It's been dumping for 3 months or something like that. So if we were to get one more kind of capitulation dump on the market, that would get so cheap, I think, that it's just a good scoop at that point.
Yeah. So I've been doing little DCAs into it and stuff. When it my last DCA into Punk is when it hit 21 cents. Just bought a little bit more there. They just got about 400,000 followers on Instagram, I think a day ago or 2 days ago. So that's pretty good. They're I think the first meme coin to ever do that so far. Yeah, which is like a meme coin project that doesn't have like a famous founder or like anything famous. They just did it off of just funny memes and stuff. So that's pretty good. I can tell you right now, like crypto on Instagram is dead as fuck.
Yeah, crypto everywhere. Crypto on YouTube's dead. Why are we still here?
The normies do not care like at all right now. But this is what I'm trying to say. So like, there's dudes that are like DMing me like, bro, I've started like a crypto Instagram and I'm struggling, and they just stop posting already because it's like you have to keep going with it. It's just like, yeah, you just have to keep going. That's the whole thing is you have to be there. So when the action starts, you're like, there's like a famous thing. It's like, oh, yeah, well, this cash, you want to be in real estate investors, you can buy the bottom, but then nobody knows you, so they won't sell to you. There's certain industry like in capital markets like crypto, yeah, you can just buy right with cash and come in, but like there's certain markets where like there is kind of hiccups, like even though Instagram is all digital, there's kind of like a physics to it in a way where like oh, time to start it up, I'm gonna start my channel right now. You have to have something already starting up, so then someone can catch you and you can ride the wave, because like starting the wave from zero, you're like you might be growing faster, but you won't actually go exponential, basically.
Yeah, I mean, we started Moongang in March of 2020 during the Corona crash, essentially, right?
Right.
Nobody's paying attention to crypto. Nobody's looking at it, and then it went really well after that. So that's the one thing that people in crypto just like. Usually, technology, right, goes at such an exponential pace that like startups usually just have to you have to throw money at startups and just see what sticks. But crypto is so volatile in terms of its crashes that like most of the people can't stick around for the full 4-year cycle. So it's like who ends up winning at the end of the day is the people who have the most, patience and perseverance, right? And that's like true for every layer of crypto. So I kind of like that aspect because it weeds out all the bullshit, eventually.
No, I'm with you on that. There's there's a natural pesticide or whatever, which is the winter. The
market going down 90%.
Yeah, you just gotta start. I mean, most crypto YouTube channels will get started next year. That's the easiest to do it, and it's not a terrible strategy. It's just like in order to really make it, you're gonna have to like winter the storm, and then continue on, and then you actually will make it. And the problem is that like once the easy views go, they go.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I never made a channel, crypto's stupid. I never, like, dude, you didn't stick with it at all. Like, yeah. So just to talk about this real quick. Yeah. And so Nansen basically talked about this a while back. Eco's going to rip free trade. So basically he was like saying like, yeah, he thinks this is a really great coin and stuff. He's been in for a while. And yeah, it's got a lot. It's paying out over 6 figures a week in rewards right now. Equalizer on a dead chain, you guys. Apparently, that's fucking crazy. And those rewards are real. But I wouldn't really stake Equalizer right now, if I'm being honest with you guys, because of the conversion that's going to happen. So like, I have some staked Equalizer that I have, and I'm voting on, and I'm getting rewards. But I wouldn't do it until after we're on Sonic, basically. Just if you're going to stack it because you're going to try to get, price appreciation or something like that, or just chill off and wait, But yeah, he's been bag holding for a while now and stuff. So pretty good.
Nice.
My man.
I think we got quite a few super chats in the queue as well.
Yeah, let's start on the super chats. So we got Berserker with the $6 euros. Thanks for anything you could CC. Could you moon math and DCC? Could you bear math my? That's a first. That's
interesting. He's like, what? He's like Miguel with a conservative take. This is kind of hard.
Well, because Miguel's a bull, he'll conservative my downside, and Charlie will conservative my upside. So I should get in there in the middle.
Honest, smart strategy. I like it.
That's a first. That's a fucking first.
So,
okay, Charlie, right. What's the moon math?
So moon math in it. All right. What do we got? Phantom, Illuvium, Fetch, Pulse, Pulse X. So Pulse X, right? Let's say on the bear side, they do a 25x. Okay. from where they're at, or where their most recent lows were at, right? Let's say on the bull side, they do 100x. I know some people are saying more, whatever. So let's say they come out with like a 40x. Okay, so you put 40x there, and then your fetch and alluviums, your middle tier, which essentially would do, let's put it at a 15 to 25x. So let's say 18x, 40x, 18x, and then your phantom, maybe anywhere between an 8 to 15x. So let's give it a 11x. So whatever that math turns out to be.
Right. So in terms of bear math in the portfolio of like everything just limp dicks, basically, probably like a $4 Phantom would be a limp dick. Sonic $4 Sonic.
How many? So Phantom's at, so that'd be a 10x.
A 10x, yeah, roughly, yeah.
I gave it an 11x.
Well, it's just like because anything more than that, like it fucking failed badly. Like it'd be like, I mean, I guess what $2 would be like the one, like it just struggles. Like it let's just say it peaks. Maybe we only go to like, let's just say we do really well right now. In this the kind of the higher end, I think Sonic could go, or Phantom before the Sonic conversion would be like it gets hyped up to like $120 to $2, and then it crashes real bad, and then during the Sonic conversion, it's not as successful or whatever, and then but it'll still pump if the market's pumping, and then it only tops out at $2. That would be the like, but I don't see that happen. That's too low in my if because he's not asking for like complete disaster. He's asking for like what would be like the bearish scenario. So like I find it probably it would worst case just go slightly above its all-time high. You know, kind of like what Litecoin did, or like it beat the all-time high, but it just went like.
Yeah, like goes like $4 or something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so like I'm with you there. So like
that's like a 10x. Yeah.
Yeah, 10x and stuff. So like 30,000 times, let's say $4, about $120, 120,000 on there. Alluvium. Let's just say it's just like maybe $300 Alluvium. Would be bad. It would be like,
dude, yeah. My bear case on Alluvium is $500. Like I think it definitely goes past that, but
that's it. Listen, but I'm not trying to go full. Like it's not because that's still pretty good. That's pretty. If you want the bottom, you still made some money. You're fine. But like 300 would be like worse. But like that, I'm like you're asking me to be a bear, which I'm just not used to being. This seems very weird to me. So 500 is probably more realistic. But like 360, 400, it's kind of the range there. So like,
that'd be really under.
Yeah, really under and stuff like that. So let's just say 400 times, let's say 360. That'd be 144,000 plus your 120. You're doing pretty good right there. That's already plus 120. So you're sitting at about like $250,000, like 264,000, give or take, already on those two positions. FET's the interesting one.
My bear case on fetch is it gets to like, $8.
Yeah.
Which is at like $1.30 now or something.
Yeah, because it's like it either does like 8 to 12 or it goes 25 and up or something like that. That's kind of like I don't see it just like it's an $18. I don't see it doing that $18 shit. It's gonna break into the 20s, or if it doesn't, it's just only barely gonna scrape into like the 8 to 12s. But we know that there's going to be another AI push at some point in the next year. So but let's just say we'll bear post it and just put it like $10, right? You're talking, that's a 2,000 FET's a nice bag, brother. 2,000 times 10, it's 20. Yeah, not bad, Oh, I think I did my math wrong there. My bad. Yeah, like 20 grand, give or take. The 100 million PulseX and Pulse Chain, if let's just say, fuck, man, shoot me in the head. If I were to like bearish, if I was being bearish on Pulse Chain, 1/10 of a penny. If I was like, it still does okay, but that'd be like that'd basically be roughly a 3x from its all-time high. 3x from its all-time high, that'd be a 1/10 of a penny. So because a penny's 10 million per billion, so that'd be $1 million per billion Pulse. So that'd be like 100 grand. So that'd be 100 grand. That'd be 100 grand there, and PulseX would either be 80 grand or it'd be 120,000. So let's just say there. So you got 200. Let's call it you have $240,000 with both of them, plus the 260 that you have there, plus the 20 grand from FET. You're sitting at about a $502,000, like half a milli. Yeah.
Let's sit down. Says I remember when we were talking about 8K. Now we're talking 360. The Bears are hungry.
No, 8K. No, so just to clarify, so that 8,000 that I talked about with Illuvium,
like
that was it. Everything went perfect. Everything was
clearly
viral. It became this fucking
We already know it's not going to go perfect. Yeah,
it's already not going perfect and stuff. So it's like I did realize I do believe that Illuvium can. I am sort of betting on it. Like I'm not going crazy. I've got my bag already secured on Illuvium already, but like I do think you can get back to possibly, it's all time high of $1,800 and stuff.
Yeah.
But it also depends if Ethereum does actually really like open it. Like if it starts like we've talked, like we're gonna get more into talking about this in the crypto mindset course, but like there is a case to say that Ethereum could hit 20 grand. It's not impossible, but at that point, things just are insane. So you have to just very much capitalize, Yeah, and the thing is, people don't understand that a lot of the things me and Charlie are saying about the market is completely dictated to how high Ethereum and Bitcoin can go, because that's the poker chips everyone, the rich in crypto, the 1%ers in crypto use to do everything.
Yeah. Michael Saylor says we're going to 13 million of coins. So
shit. You know what that makes me think? When you say that, I only think of this, right?
Who knows? Maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion, hand him a little crypto check, right? We'll hand him a little Bitcoin and wipe out our $35 trillion. But how do you?
Oh, that's so much money, dude.
There was a hit piece the other day on Marathon Digital.
Yeah.
There were some people that were living near the miners in Texas. They're saying it's so loud. The miners are giving me like, what do you call it? Like some sort of like noise pollution disease. I'm like, man, they're stretching.
They're stretching to find anything, dude. Like, yeah. Instead of just giving the electricity away, well, they wouldn't have made but isn't that like? I know they're using some local energy, but like, isn't it mostly like? Wasn't it mostly like solar powered?
Well, yeah, it's like they use a bunch of different things. Sometimes, like there's energy that just can't be harvested from fracking. So some of that excess energy, that comes off is used to mine Bitcoin. Essentially, they also use Bitcoin in Texas. Essentially, like when the power grid doesn't have enough like demand or whatever, then they allow the Bitcoin miners to do more. When there's over demand, then they turn the Bitcoin miners off. Essentially, so it's like a way for them to kind of always have like a stable amount of energy demand. So that way, they don't have like power outages and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of different uses for it, but AI is going to take like 1 million times more energy than Bitcoin ever would use up, and people are going to be like, okay, So yeah, those arguments are crazy.
So sit down with the $5 super chat. I've got some wrap tokens that are resembling popular coins on my Coinbase app. They look like a scam. Don't. I think those wrap ones might be their products and stuff. If you got them for free. Yeah,
if they just randomly came in your wallet, right? Just don't touch it.
If it's on the Coinbase, the main Coinbase app, they might be trying to give you $5, but we're not talking about the Coinbase wallet. We're talking about the Coinbase app
for the actual exchange.
For the actual exchange that's actually on the App Store, the app.
And then there would probably be, some sort of PR on it as well. So if you Google that information, with Coinbase, you should be able to find some.
Those Grinches wouldn't give you more than $20, bro.
Not even. Like what you do the free Coinbase earn stuff. They give you like a couple bucks.
Yeah, it's hilarious and stuff. So yeah, not real. How hard is Bitcoin dipping if the Fed cuts to 50 basis points?
So this, I think, depends on how the traditional market reacts.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I think if we get 50 basis point cut, we have a very good chance at another left translated cycle. If we get another left translated cycle, that means we're going down to test 50 to 49K again. If we test that area and it breaks before October, then that just means you slide the entire month of October to the downside. And so then it's just a matter of where does support happen, right? So, but like we said earlier, $1 trillion market cap is where, all the whales like Saylor, BlackRock, and everybody wants to get in. So, I think, what happens is it wicks down to those areas, bounces back up. It's just kind of like a little bit, well, not a little bit, a lot more volatility probably if that happens. But the one thing you can bank on is if we get a 50 basis point cut and Bitcoin holds 50K, 50 to 55K as support, like whatever happens then after October is essentially going into bull mode. So Halloween in that case might be your cheapest prices, which is why we have, webinars for the crypto mindset course going on at that time, because if we do get a crash into that, we get the best buy opportunity we had, since the beginning of the bear market, since the beginning of the bull market, the beginning of the 4-year cycle. If we don't get that and we hold up around, where we're at, then that sideways chop is just the easiest buy opportunity ever. So it's like either way we win.
Personally, I think it won't go below $1 trillion unless we have catastrophic. It's got to be mega drop on equities, mega drop, like worse than what happened last time. But outside of that, I don't think we go below 52. And also a lot of the coins that like something like an equalizer, I think won't, like there's a couple of coins that just will not go lower than what they've just recently gone low down to. So
Bitcoin would have to go below 50K for any of the local lows to break.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'd have to go below like the last time. So if that doesn't happen, it's gonna be more like with Phantom, right? Phantom's not going back to 28 cents. Maybe high 30s if we do go that low. That's great. I'll buy more. But like Soylent did not go below $100. I think
anything below between 100 to 130 is like easiest bet on Solana, because like it's pretty much holding 130 to 180, right? And so like, yeah, if it goes below 130, it's probably not going to go below like 100 and some change. So I don't know, easy buy.
Yeah.
I also think fetch holds 70 cents.
Yeah, anything fetch under $1.
Yeah.
Or ASI under $1. Good buy.
Like buying Bitcoin under $1, but hey.
That was a strong endorsement, Charlie. Jesus. That's a strong endorsement. I was like,
hey,
well,
come back in 2029 and tell me I'm wrong.
Well, bro, come on. All right, A-Rod Crypto. What's a great price to start stacking Illuvium? $40 now to lower, basically.
Anywhere below, I think $75 is cheap. Once it reclaims that area, then it goes back towards 160, 200.
Yeah. One thing I will tell you with Illuvium, though, once you get your bag, just don't keep fixating on it. Get your bag. Whether some people are trying to get 100, some people are trying to get 1,000, whatever the number is for you. Stop, and then also keep the one thing is some people get really fixated on that one thing for a while, and then when they look up, they miss other opportunities as well. You have unless it's like, I've already got my other bags, I'm just trying to solidify this one. Oh, okay, that's different, but most people are kind of like scatter approaching like that for a while. So there you go. Ken Rose with the $5 super chat. Thank you, brother. We have Sterling with a $10 super chat. Past cycles show that peaks happen earlier, so it looks like the top of 2025 could be in February, March of next year. No.
So it depends on which top you're looking at, right? So if you're looking at the macro top in terms of the wave 3, or if you're looking at the ultimate top, the ultimate tops have actually been happening. Instead of 4 years, it's 3 years and 11 months. So if you go by that logic, it would probably be October of next year would be the what do you call it, longest peak. I gave the case for what if we got like a triple top, like with slightly higher highs. Something like that could happen by Elliott waves. But what I think is probably more likely is we kind of just go from where we're at now. We've already kind of gone through a few peaks, right? But from where we're at now, I think, we don't have a perfectly smooth ride up, but I think, from wherever we are around the election to about 11 months after that, we probably have one major peak. I don't think, because everybody's kind of expecting a double peak like last cycle, like, oh, it's going to happen exactly the same way. And I'm like, but yeah, I would say earliest we would get a 4-year cycle top if we have obviously a bullish 4-year cycle. Yeah, it would be February, March. So I do agree that would be my earliest take.
Yep. And we've got Nahima White with the final super chat. DCC, does LASIK surgery correct 20/20 after surgery? Can I drive 24 hours after? It did for me. One eye did like 15/20, which is better than 20/20. The other eye went 20/20.
Nice.
But I would not want to drive 24 hours. Like I had severe like the first when at least the place I got it. Once it was done, you basically go to sleep. You keep your eyes closed. I literally had to have someone take me to the bathroom.
Damn.
Like show me where the bathroom is so I could go to the bathroom. And then
you're putting an eye drops in for like a good 6 months after.
Yeah, I would say like most of the eye drops were in the first month, and then I kept the eye drops with me all the time. Now I don't even really even need eye drops anymore, really. But your eyes are just going to get dry. Like if I'm staring at the screen for a long time, I have eye drops. I really do. But I'm probably using eye drops, one eye drop, like literally just one drop in each eye once a week maximum. But I will say like I was using eye drops religiously for about a month, and then every month afterwards was just so much less. After all, you kind of just get, because you're used to just carrying some little eye drops, you'll just carry them with you. But
what's the risk of it not working? I've heard there's like
pretty low.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to pull like a number out of my ass, but like since you're asking, I'd probably say 0.5%, probably.
That low? Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty low. It's very.
It's like 5 to 10%.
Yeah, it's pretty low. But the thing is when it goes bad, it's either like it just didn't work or it made my eyesight slightly worse. Some people, and then that's why like you have a very loud minority that goes,
right,
what the fuck, and which is horrible. It is horrible.
Well, they probably had a bad doctor or something.
Yeah. So I went to a pretty good place here in Las Vegas to get it done, and it worked out really well for me. Just make sure to go to the how much is LASIK costing? I think it was like 5,000. I think it was like 5,000 or so. It was not, which is, bro. It was such a
good eyesight.
Such a dub.
Easy idea.
Such a dub, dude. Because what was happening to me, Charlie knows this. Like, I was getting. So what was happening is like I used to be able to drive at night all the time, and what happened? My eyes were struggling so bad, even with glasses, that I would get sleepy. So like then that's how I figured out like, holy fuck, my eyes are really fucked. Let me get some glasses. I got glasses, and then after a while, even with glasses, like my eyes were getting tired at night as well with all the screen work and stuff like that. So LASIK really helped me out with that. I mean, still right now, I can literally, I'm looking across the room and it can read like pretty small, fine letters and stuff like that. But eventually I'll probably here's the thing is eventually in 10 years, I'll probably go back to glasses because you're getting older and it's going to like your eyesight's going to get worse as you age. It'll go back to being shitty eventually, but it's fucking awesome. I mean, like it's basically allowed me to like not have to use glasses in my 30s, which is pretty nice. But I had already been using glasses in my 20s already. So, like, yeah.
Gentes Claire says DCC looking like Ray Charles after LASIK.
Yeah, pretty hilarious, And I do miss my glasses a little bit. Like, I really do. Like, I actually really liked my glasses. But what annoyed me is, like, it's so funny. Like, for like 4 months, I kept doing this for no reason. I kept pushing up imaginary glasses that didn't exist. I would catch myself like sometimes, like if you look at my streaks back then, I was like, what am I doing? But yeah, and then just it's really I do recommend it. Just please do your research, and if you just don't feel like doing, if you don't like, I waited until I was 31 to do it. So I just like I better not like. It's sort of like I better not like. I don't know for a person who never had glasses before, but it was just eventually I just got sick and tired of having glasses on for like that period of time. I was like, it was mostly because of my eyes were getting tired. My eyes were tired of probably the lights, and it was making me, because your brain's working so hard, you then get more, your brain gets tired. It was making me tired at night. So yeah, if you have glaucoma, you might want to double check that, bro. Yeah.
I think there was a couple super chats that came in at the very end there. I think we did win on that one just a lot. Yeah. was just a statement more than anything.
Okay, I'm trying to catch the dip on AVAX after the rake. Smart. Yeah. If no matter what, we'll get something, and it's a good. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
Anywhere between $15 to $30 on AVAX is good. And then the last one, Sterling, I think.
Can the crypto army cut off and on off ramps?
So if it's a centralized exchange, right, like they can turn off. Like I remember in January of 2018, so when the alts were everybody was taking profit on altcoins, Binance was like, oh, we have technical errors. You can't withdraw or deposit money on Binance for 5 days, right? And so they just basically were able to, get out of the coins that they wanted to probably.
Right.
So they can slow down the on and off ramps from centralized exchanges. But I didn't see last cycle any of the DeFi stuff like getting turned to trash or anything like that. So
I got this reminded me of something.
That's an advantage.
Yeah. Instant beer goggles. It's great for your kidneys and livers, you guys. But no, I actually told this to a ton of people. I think I told Charlie too. Once I got LASIK after about a week, because once I could actually kind of like stomach actually going outside and driving. Fuck, everyone's uglier.
You're like, damn, Jesus bro, I didn't know
Christ,
bro.
It was. Every bitch went down one level in my brain. That's how bad. I've gotten used to it now, but like every chick got one level uglier.
You were living in this, utopia, man. Like
I was in this utopia. I was like, wow, everyone's so. I literally, maybe I'm shitting my maybe I did a +2 to every girl in my brain or something like that. But like I was walking around and like was like, damn, there's a lot of good looking people here in Las Vegas. And then I took the glasses off. I got the LASIK and like, damn, there's some busted ass motherfuckers out here.
It's like when lights come on at the club, back when the sun starts shining. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I gotta throw my homie under the bus, but like one homie was dancing with some chick, and then he's like, "Damn, this bitch is fatter than I thought."
That doesn't even make sense. I know. You got like if I was blind, I could figure that out. Like,
no, it's just I noticed more people had freckles. More people had. More people had freckles. I could just tell more people had like bags under their eyes. I could tell the crow's feet. You could always tell a girl or a guy if they have gray hair. That's easy. But like, I'm telling you, you just saw a little bit like they look smooth. Like what I want to say is like people look smoother, even with glasses. People looked a little because I had stigmatisms and stuff. So I had to make sure like I went to a good place to get it done. But like, eventually, like I was able to like because it was like so because like I don't know how it worked out. One eye was just better than the other. It just ended up being better, and it was great. But like everyone has it. Like
you got all the crypto lows now,
right? Yeah. Side note: Shogun won many awards. Many Emmys. That's good. That's a great show.
Very good show.
Yeah. Yeah. Ray Charles. Yeah, Ray Charles was blind. Yeah, Ray Charles would touch girls on their wrist to see how fat they were, if they're good looking or not. Fucking G shit. Yeah. Shout out to Sartain. Sartain was on recently with what's his name, Ty Lopez. They talked about this on their interview where they're like, yeah, like sometimes like there used to be like these shows where where people were blindfolded and like would try to like pick somebody up.
Oh, right.
And now it's the balloons, right? Where like if you want to date a girl, if you don't want to date her, you pop the balloon, right? And so the trick is like you hug them and then you can tell if they're fat or not, or like, oh, let me get a hug. Oh no, thank you.
Check it. They got one extra roll.
I heard semen retention, bro. Man, enough with that shit. Like the whole semen retention thing. It really like now someone's gonna be there's this other study. It kind of maxes out after 2 weeks, really, in terms of like increased testosterone. Now some guys just suck at like self-control. Some guys don't even need to do it. They just need to stop jacking off, right? Like there's some people like I was told by a pretty like a good friend of mine who was like pretty successful with the ladies that said that sometimes like this guy, I couldn't believe he said it to me too, because this guy just bangs all types of like really hot women. He was like, "Don't dog, bro. I'm just like jacking off more right now because he's like it's just a waste of time." It's like a Dan Bilzerian's like, I still fuck a bunch of women every week, but like I'm jacking off a lot more than I used to, just because it's like I need to get stuff done.
Got to keep the mind straight. I mean, that's what Matthew McConaughey said in The Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Oh, those are rookie numbers, Charlie. Those are rookie numbers.
Interesting scander, I think.
Yeah, I saw that right now.
Yeah.
I follow you both from Africa. I bought like 3K worth of crypto. It's like a fortune here. I hope everything goes smoothly. As long as you don't have it all in one coin, I think you're gonna do very well.
Yeah. Well, and it's also like, what do you call it? This no matter whatever situation everybody's in, it's like, hey, do you need that money? Basically in the next 1 year, in the next 4 years. If the answer is no, I can just hodl. I can leave it there. Then that gives you the power essentially to manage your own future when it comes to crypto. It's like once you become desperate, which I think is what happened to a lot of people on Pulse Chain, right? Like they had to liquidate because they got desperate, so
One last thing too, just on this whole thing on eyesight and like looking at people and everything like that. Any person you see on Instagram, chick wise, some dudes, they're uglier in person.
Dude, everybody's life is like probably 70% worse than what they show on Instagram.
I never. Oh, dude, it's or you're just seeing the highlight. You're not seeing the rest of the shitty day. I'll be the first to tell you that fuck. I hate waking up. I hate getting out of my bed. like was the Cheech and Chong has like a really famous song like Mexican Americans are Americans. They have to wake up in the morning, so they do it real slow. It's so fun. I always laughed at that as a kid. That shit's hilarious. I hate waking up in the morning, but but it's true. It's just, the girls are using filters and they're using shit to make themselves look better, right? And they're using the best angles. Guys, some guys, like not all, most guys, but like some guys are just taking a picture and that's what it really is. But like.
There's some guys getting photo shoots.
You're getting photo shoots. And you do need, if you're doing a professional photo, I get it. Like,
no,
sure,
of course.
right.
Yeah, you're playing the game.
You're playing the game, but like all the photos. The classic is the fucking private jet, bro. Like, yeah, I almost don't believe anybody in a private jet thing ever. Like,
hey, you gotta live stream from that private jet with the altitude marker and everything, right, to make sure it's real.
Yeah, like me and Charlie will be in our private jet, right? And then like I break a chair. I'm like, hello, I broke my chair.
On that one chair.
Yeah, because there's places they don't have this in Vegas, but they have this in LA where it's like rent a shoot or whatever. Where basically people they have a jet that's just outside, it doesn't do anything, and they just go inside of it to take pictures and stuff. It's the same one all these influencers are using. They rent Lambos by the hour. In lots and stuff, it's all just for like photo ops and stuff like that, But it is what it is, I guess. Here in my garage, no, Ty's got money, bro. Ty's got money. Ty Lopez is a very wealthy guy. He cheated
out of that Radio Shack real good.
Who's keeping up with the Joneses? Good spilling the real sauce. but it's true. They talked about this too. Like I've heard a Ty Lopez thing. I've heard a lot of influencers say this at the highest level. I even got advice from like Fresh and Fit, and especially like Fresh, which is true. Like if me and Charlie were just driving around in a Lamborghini, we just get more sales. We'd get more people. We get a message across. You're doing it. There is a certain thing where like you do have to do that. It's true.
But what do you call it? In the Gambler, right?
You get
that FU money. It's like, hey, get that Japanese shit box. Make sure you're on lock.
You think I'd get in trouble if I played it?
No, I can give you. I can give you the one that I was playing earlier this week because I wasn't getting demonetized on it at all. Let me see if I can find it.
But yeah, The Gambler's a great movie. But it's that what he said there is a very true statement. Is like when you get that like. The thing is, we are in a quicksand or like a very like unstable ground footing industry where we have, we say it all the time when like we tell some of our buddies in social media and stuff that like, oh yeah, me and Charlie are the hottest chicks in the world like 1 out of 4 years. 1 out of 4 years, and it's really 6 months out of 4 years. We're the hottest bitches in this game, and that's just what it is, right? We're like. You go from a 10 to a fucking crusty 2.5.
Almost there, I think.
Oh, fuck, dude. Shout out to Matty Allen. I was there at Peter Thiel's talk, all summit. Good times. Oh, dude, you were there? Fuck yeah, that's cool. Oh, the All In Summit. Yeah, I was wondering why they were all on stage. Yeah, I'm going all in. Yeah.
Oh, did they actually have? It was like
they have a summit. Yeah, they have like a
Okay.
Peter Steele was there and stuff. But no, it's a great show. I've been watching it for a long time. It's just like occasionally it's like I'll say this is pretty good of a show. If they only say one thing that kind of pisses you off once a year, that's not bad.
Yeah, right.
Like I'll say something like right now I pissed off all my Indian followers for some reason. but I was being legitimate. I wasn't being mean. Actually, I was being saying some real stuff. Because that's I'm trying to look at things from both sides. Because I wasn't with this whole like bashing Muslims or bashing Jews or bashing, but like I'm like let me see why they're doing that, or is there when we had when I had GG on the stream with wow, I'm fucking lagging on the name right now. My bad. With Samid, right? And basically what happened there was like we're kind of like for a lot of people on social media were equating the UK's problems to like the United States, which is not the same. The UK is getting mad at basically immigrants, but some of them are Muslim, but like it's like black Muslims and brown Muslims, and then they're equating the whole thing for like that's specific to that country only, to that country and stuff like that, which is not the whole thing for everywhere else.
So I sent you 2 videos. One is the one we're talking about. One's a surprise.
Okay, let me see what I can see.
The first of the last 2 that I sent was the.
Oh, okay, and I'll just click on the second one. Oh my god, Charlie, fuck.
You don't have to play the second one.
Okay, I'll play the second one though. I'll play.
This is us getting ready for Moon Gang, by the way.
Yeah. All right.
Oh no, this is the first one.
This is very sage advice, actually. You guys listen to this. When you guys get a big exit, I'm talking like $1 million exit. It's yeah. And this is something we're gonna be discussing in the courses in the bear run. With because we have a very large amount of people that actually have put in some serious capital this time around, even last cycle, and this time around, a lot of people are going to exit with some serious money. A lot of people, and we're probably going to help provide a service and stuff in terms of being able to what's kind of some moves and stuff to make sure you don't get you keep it basically for the long term. Yeah.
$2.5 million. Any asshole in the world knows what to do. You get a house with a 25-year roof, an indestructible Jap economy shitbox. You put the rest into the system at 3 to 5% to pay your taxes, and that's your base. Get me? That's your fortress of fucking solitude. That puts you for the rest of your life at a level of fuck you. Somebody wants you to do something? Fuck you. Boss pisses you off? Fuck you. $2.5 million.
Bars.
Not bad advice. But the second one.
Yeah, just don't buy real estate in Austin, you guys.
Yeah,
Austin's like a really dangerous place. Of course, it's left leaning, but the property taxes keep going up, and you never know what they're going to be like, pretty much year to year. So it's kind of dangerous. One thing you do when you are buying real estate, double check how much you're going to pay in taxes, because you could be buying a place where you're getting charged 2%, or I think in Vegas it's like 80% of a percent. It's like 1.8 of a percent or whatever, like 80% of a percent basically. So that's actually pretty small compared to other places where it's a lot more and stuff. And how is this possible in Las Vegas? Because gambling pays for everything. If we're in the land of Saudi, what pays for everything? Oil. That's what it is. Gambling pays for it all, and that's why there's no property. That's why there's no state income tax, because gambling pays for it. And why is the what's called the property tax so low? Gambling. Yeah, property tax be the worst, and so, and it's also something too where you get stuck. So let's say you buy a $2 million property, right? Fuck it, $5 million, because you guys are awesome. $5 million, right? That's $50,000 a year in property tax. If you have a 1% property tax. If it's 2%, that's $100,000, ladies and gentlemen. 100 G's every year you got to pay.
That's just tax. That's not even to maintain the goddamn place.
That's not even to maintain. So you're paying 100. If it's 2%, right, which would be horrible. You're paying. Fuck, that's a lot. That's $100,000. You gotta nut up or shut up, right? Every year, forever. And the problem is too, is the property could lose that. Let's say you bought it at $5 million, because that's when you had the money. You bought, cool, you got it paid off, and then the property value goes down to $3.5 million. It isn't like but because of where it gets kind of locked in. That's why,
you can't borrow against it.
Yeah, you can't borrow. Yeah, it's if you paid it off in one shot, you can borrow against it. But like,
well, I mean, you wouldn't get as much if the property value went down. Is what I mean.
Right. Exactly. Mortgage on taxes.
You should play that second link.
The second one. Yeah. Let me find it real quick. Which one's this one?
This is us getting ready for Moongang. I think. Just day in the life.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh no. So, okay, this is.
Oh, is that it? Oh,
no. The very last link I sent you is just a troll.
Oh, it's a troll one. Okay, so that's how Saylor. That's why I've got so many Saylor ones right now.
No, just like the very, very last one I sent you, the most recent
one. I'm like a novice Charlie with the links right now. I got so many. I'm starting to gain. Oh, okay. Here we go. This it? Third.
So dumb.
The sassy shepherd struggles with syphilis. The sassy shepherd struggles with syphilis. Shining city, cyberspace. Tough time never last. Only tough people last. Ma. I would like an Arnold Palmer at the omelet parlor. Life is a very difficult exam. Many people are failing because they want to copy from others, not realizing that everyone has a different question paper. Chum sui, says Chuppy. Chum sui. Mickey Mouse shrieked in pain as the bear trap severed his right leg. Oh, Chuck, voila. Wendy wore her wedding dress to the orgy. Wendy wore her wedding dress to the orgy.
Oh no! It's getting close! No! He died too young!
Only the tallest tree has the experience of the roughest wind. All birds find a shelter when it's raining, but the eagle fly higher above the clouds.
And I just wasted 2 minutes of everybody's time. Thank you. You're welcome. No.
Jesus Christ. Well, since we're wasting people's time, I might as well play this one now. I mean, why not? I mean, but I could definitely see people do like you're just doing like these. Let me find it where it is. Oh, here it is.
Action.
All right.
Oh my God, this took a tumble. Like the price of Ethereum versus the Bitcoin price action recently. Have you noticed that? Good thing I was agile and able to pop up like the price of Solana, you know? What's your name? I'm Nick. You're on a meeting? Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt the meeting. How about I give you my number and we can discuss my financial advice over coffee sometime? Are you good on that? All right, thank you.
Totally would work.
Some people got rid of it, some don't, you know? Third-hand embarrassment. But actually, I think that's that dude with the big. There's like, you know, that one dude that's like I forgot what his name is and stuff, but he's like some dude that's getting famous in crypto for having like a big ass nose for some reason. I don't know.
Sam Bankman-Fried? No.
God's chosen people? I don't know.
Hey, I think Caroline Ellison's gonna, what do you call it? I think it's at the end of the month for sentencing.
Yeah. Oh, didn't she completely throw Sam under the bus? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Be interesting to see what she gets, man. And what about the other? What Sam Tribluda? What happened to him? Oh, he got away.
He got away. He was friends with Mary Silbert. That's why.
Maybe because he was the one actually cutting the checks, or like he's the one that they saw cutting the check. Maybe that's why they. I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't know.
He was doing market manipulation. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, because he legitimately, like, I mean, the you know that I have a meme that I can't really play because I'll get demonetized, but like, I have a meme where like the was it Hunger Games? No, the where like you have green light, red light. You know that game.
Oh yeah.
Who is actually the FTX
Yeah, no, that exactly. Yeah, he was the what's that? The bot or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it was actually that was a good meme. Yeah, we should bring that one back.
Definitely. Is there any other ones I want to? Do you want me to play the Saylor one about Bitcoin crashes keep happening?
We could. I mean, we're here. I guess I don't know. But
we're here. The Squid Games. That's what it's called. The Squid Games. Yeah. Oh, this is such a classic too. Why don't traders use stop losses? What's the point?
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, that whole interview was so bad because she looked like she was like her knees were all scraped up and red and shit. Like, bro, dude. Like,
hey, the Chinese harem doesn't take care of itself.
Yeah, there's like not a trend, but like there's a product that some girls are using where like they put it on their elbows and knees and stuff in order to make their like basically their knees and their elbows look red. In a way, so it's like it's because it's something to do with Japan and stuff where like a lot of the girl characters, their knees are red, it looks red and stuff. So instead of having their knees look like you can just because your knees can look a little brown, possibly a little bit like just like
I see what you're saying. So they want to get like a little pigmentation in there.
I'm not shocked at almost anything anymore. Like with this like everything, bro. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, there's advertisements in Japan for placenta based, stuff, which is in a lot of different makeup stuff. So hell, women will do anything, right?
Yeah, that placenta stuff. I didn't know how much of a money racket that is, but when you do have a baby, like the placenta is worth a lot of money, like a lot of money. Like when you guys knock up your baby mamas at some point, right? You guys. You probably should tell her to keep the placenta. And you.
How did you deseate the phantom? Well, sir,
it was a manipulation plan and stuff of historical levels.
Yeah, something like that.
So I got 5 women pregnant 5 times. Counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, Charlie. And
only one or 5 different ones?
No, 5 different ones, 5 different times.
There we go. Perfect.
There we go.
Even better. Print that money, baby, over an entire 4-year cycle.
Oh, yeah. Franklin's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
We've gone off the rails.
Yeah. But like, what I hear, I mean, I think placentas are worth like, I've heard they're worth like 20 G's, literally each one or whatever. If it's as long as it's a normal size baby, it's not like a small baby or anything like that, but it's a normal size baby, they're worth some serious money. And then there's companies that will take the placenta and make it into pills that girls take and shit. Fucking insane. And for me, I mean, as a dude, this fucking sounds ridiculously crazy. But then, we got people, remember that South Park episode where they have, who's the guy who played Superman, the original Superman?
Oh, Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, they had Christopher Reeves killing unborn fetuses and then sucking them up for superpower. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think we have, what do you call it, Oprah with her adrenochrome and stuff too. Right?
Oh, the adrenochrome, that's a new game, right? Yeah. At some point, you get in the stream and you're just like, yeah, it's a good time to stop. Like everyone's been asking me in my DMs when we're gonna do an alcohol stream again, Charlie. Like they love that.
Well, that was Cinco de Mayo, so
yeah.
I guess the next chance we have is maybe New Year's, a New Year's 24-hour New Year's stream.
Yeah, that's wow.
That'd be it. Yeah, I don't know about that, but
yeah. Do you think Vitalik's wrapping up the conference? I think they do it every time. I don't know rapping, but they'll do some dumb gimmick shit. Yeah. I literally would be less embarrassed if they did the cha-cha.
Right.
Like that would actually be a vast improvement, actually. They did the cha-cha. But yeah, man, you guys get into the Crypto Mindset course. It's pinned at the top of the link. Leave your best email, man. We are going live September 27th, only for 5 days only. It's the mega course. We fused 2 courses together. When we do this, it's usually one of the best buying opportunities. This is a really great chance to get into your best L1s, your meme coins, Ethereum and Bitcoin. And before we're off to the races, they're going to have to print money to keep it from completely collapsing. It's gonna get interesting. And we're gonna be talking about profit taking strategies, obviously, but we're gonna be talking about that in future courses as well. Crypto taxes, how to DeFi, how to keep your money safe, what to look for in scams. Don't invest in scams. But what is this crypto scam? We're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be talking about
Experts from different chains.
Experts from different chains. We're gonna be talking about how to chart, how to start charting, different types of charting. We're gonna be talking about fundamental analysis. We're gonna be on-chain analytics. I mean,
how to 1,000x leverage long your pulse chain, because it's gonna go 1,000x. So what's 1,000 times 1,000 times how much your bags are?
That's a million, you guys. Oh my God, man. Well, you know, I don't know if I could top it any more than this, man. I mean, you know.
You buy this for $39.99. Guess what, folks? You take the L away. You put a W there, baby. You're a winner, man. You're the real deal. You're picking up chicks. Let me tell you something. You buy this set at $39.99, baby. You're the cock of the walk, man. You walk into the bar and you just find the hottest chick and you go, you, me. Guess what? She says, why would I go out with you? Because I bought the deal on Wild West Deals for $39.99. That's why. She says, can I go home with you? That's how simple it is. That's how it works. That's what this set brings to the table. Because you know what she sees? She sees a man who knows what he wants. She sees a man who says, good deals don't get by me, baby. I move. I act quick. I act now. I go to wildwestdeals.com. Boom. That's why you're hanging with chicks all night long. That's why you got guys like Michael Jordan calling you, wanting to hang out with you, baby. Because you bought it for $39.99.
That's right.
That's right.
And guess what? The link below is free. Free 99, you guys.
Hey, I'd click it if I were you.
Click it, leave your best email, and then we'll get you. And I mean, because you will not believe the amount of people that DM us after it's closed. Can we please get in? And the answer is usually no.
Yeah.
So
if you do send us an email, you know, and say, hey, I got a bonus coming 2 days after you guys close, you know, can I get in? You know, we'll be gracious. But, you know, if you aren't paying any attention, you know, to what's happening with the Moon Gang and everything, and you're just like, oh, I missed it. Sorry. Should have been on the list.
And something that also happens when we're on the Crypto Mindset course, during all this crazy stuff, all the phantom stuff, the pulse chain, we're gone. We're off of YouTube for over a month.
Month of October, man. There's going to be some alpha, and it's happening in the course.
Dog Cost Crypto and Cultivate Crypto are going to mass spam. We're going to be streaming all day, all night throughout that launch period, and then we're gone. It's going to get real quiet, and then you're going to just hearing a lot of dum-dums. Bruh, left translated cycle. Bruh, this coin's done a 40x. Buy here. Bruh, buy this coin now.
Ripple to $1.
Ripple, oh, fuck, man.
Probably will hit $1, but yeah.
So save yourself from that bullshit, you know, and please, you know, for the love of God, remember the people that are bearish and are telling you otherwise, because they're obviously wrong, and they're going to be wrong too at the top.
You know how to tell somebody's intelligence? Ask them if Bitcoin's going to go to 12K.
It's obviously yes. I mean, but with that, man, thank you guys so much for joining us, man. I will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I think what your first stream is on Tuesday?
Yep, I'll be back on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. So come over to Cultivate Crypto and make sure you get in on that dollar cost averaging in on the knowledge on the daily.
Beautiful. And then big stream coming up on Wednesday, you guys. So I'll be streaming on Wednesday after the FOMC meeting. I'll be doing a live reaction to it, and we're going to see what happens to the market, you guys. And this next Moon Gang is going to be on Charlie's channel on Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Moon Gang time.
Right after the Vikings beat the Texans, I think.
Oh, is that why we're late? Oh, okay. Yeah,
well, they had to take our time beating the 49ers today. To be honest, we played not a great game, and we still kicked their ass. So just imagine what we can do, you know, when we're fully healed up and we got all of our players, you know. Oh,
that's funny as hell, man. Dude, I won't believe how many people told me today, I cannot believe the Vikings beat the 49ers. How the fuck? Like,
but not saying I called it, but
yeah, exactly. You gotta respect. I respect. You know, I respect guys who are just diehard 49er fans, diehard like Raiders fans, diehard, Vikings, Broncos, anyone who doesn't really change their teams up. Because I know guys that change their teams up.
There's some people that like, what do you call it? They have no loyalty. They're just like, I watch for players. I'm like, come on,
I was gonna make this whole Taylor Swift joke, but never mind.
Right. Well, yeah. Travis Kelce looks like he's dying on the inside every time he has to, go dance on stage. But hey,
have you seen the pictures where he looks normal and then with Taylor Swift he looks terrible? He's got like a Gucci fedora hat. I mean,
it's like his girlfriend dressed him, kind of thing. Yeah.
Do we watch the Golden Knights? Yeah, the Golden Knights are cool. I mean, we had a pretty fun time last.
Yeah, we watched them kick the Minnesota Wild's ass, unfortunately, but it was a good game.
Yeah, it was a good game and stuff. And then what I like about it so much is like because Vegas is really hot. I love how cold it is in there. Oh, it's awesome, dude. I love how cold it is.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the few times you can actually wear a jacket in Vegas. So with that, you guys, thank you so much for joining us, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and then we'll catch Charlie on Tuesday at 4 p.m. So, peace.
Look, Clarence, mate, it doesn't matter how many times we get beat down. What matters is that we get the fuck up and we keep fucking trying. You're right, Donny. Now, who the fuck are you, mate? I'm Clarence Claymore. Who the fuck are you, mate? I'm Clarence Claymore. Say it with your fucking chest. I'm Clarence Claymore. Show me what you got, mate. Take that. Fucking touch me, cunt. Fuck, mate. We got a lot of work to do.
You didn't have to cut me off. Think I